All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Only Amigos podcast. I am your host, Bryce Lindsay, followed here with my hostess with the mostest, Kris Canty.
What up,
And we
though?
also have a special guest with us today, the great Edward Wolf.
What is up? Glad to be here.
If you guys don't know who Wolf is, he is a piece of shit. We're gonna keep it.
Out the rip.
I kid. I haven't, yo, you know what's crazy? I just thought about this. I haven't seen you since we graduated.
Oh, God, it's been 3 good years.
So you
Same here. It's a long time.
No. But I'm just kidding. Wolf is probably one of the coolest people you ever meet. I was blessed to meet him at Eastern Michigan in my tenure there. Very genuine guy. Very nice. Very loving.
No, wait, hold up. Edward, I know you remember us working at study tables on Sundays, and we had the Browns and the Lions playing at the same time.
Those
we were
have
like,
been some
man, my
sad
team's going to win
days,
before
bro.
yours are. No, my team's going to win. No, my team's going to win.
Those have been some sad days, bro.
I
There was
just
some sad
remember
days.
Chris would be – he's such a flopping of a fan, man. Chris be walking with like a Pittsburgh Steelers hat,
Hey,
a
man.
Oh, God, no.
Seattle Seahawks hat. Dude,
I remember those days.
this man was even rocking Cowboys gear for a time period.
No, that was a bet. I lost a bet.
Mm-hmm.
I lost a huge bet. Actually, I still have the hat right here, actually.
Ugh. Cowboys, it's not a logo. It's a rating out of 5.
Oh, Lord.
And the rating is 0. Trash.
It's 1 star.
1 star.
1 star out of 5.
I give it
pretty-
0.
It's
Trash.
pretty much like that Gold Star chili that you like, dog.
Ooh. Ohio argument. Ohio beef.
It is what it is. Aren't you from Springfield?
We don't want to talk about where I'm from, right?
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah.
I got these hats though. My Pistons members hat, since I'm a season ticket holder.
Shout out to them Pistons.
However, the Corona hit right before I was supposed to meet LeBron, meet Kawhi. Right
Damn.
before that whole week.
Damn, I'm
That's when
super
Corona
sick
hit.
about
I was
that.
like,
I'm super
Yo.
sick about that.
But you might get to meet J. Cole now, so yeah, that's pretty dope.
and
They,
LaMelo.
they offered him the tryout. I'm not too big on LaMelo Ball being drafted. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not
What?
into it. I'm not.
Like, all right, you got to admit, he's definitely probably the best brother out of the bunch.
Oh no, we
This
all knew
year, yeah.
that. We all knew that. Like Lonzo said it himself. He was like this. Yeah, LaMelo might be the best one out of the three of us. Because like Lonzo was the guy that had to test the waters. You know, he had skill to get him to the NBA. You know, he
For
has
sure.
phenomenal passer. He's a great defender. Still working on the shot a little bit to be that role guy. Like I see Lonzo Ball definitely being like a Mike Conley type of dude in his career. Nothing like super crazy. You know, he won't make an all-star team or anything like that, but he'll definitely be a serviceable guard for you for a long time.
I don't know. He's got Zion, dude. He might be putting up 15, 20 assists a game with that monster.
You could put up 15, 20 assists a game and still not be an all-star.
I guess, yeah, look at Rubio.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. I mean, you can be really good at putting up assists, like still not be an all-star. It's just one of those things. Like Drew Holiday's not really a super all-star. He's made it a couple times, but like we're just gonna be real about it. Like, you know, Drew Holiday's a great defender. He can get a bucket whenever he wants.
Yeah.
You know, can't really be mad at him about that. So I just see Lonzo Ball as being more like a Mike Conley maybe in his career, like a serviceable, like stable part of your offense and your team. But other than that, it's just like, you know, you get what you get.
All right, back to Melo here then. Like,
All right,
He's-
LaMelo, like I just want to say LaMelo. Like LaMelo, honestly, like looking at the older two growing up, he just had more at his disposal. You know, he got to practice with Lonzo all the time. Like Jello was always bigger than him, so he knows how to go after bigger guards and stuff like that. But he's also more gifted than the guys because he's a better shooter than Lonzo for sure. Just as athletic as Lonzo,
if not more.
if not more, longer than Lonzo because he's like 6'7", 6'8" now.
Yeah, he grew up.
Like he's like
He was
fucking
a baby
huge.
last year, and I was like,
With his hair, dude, he's like 6'10".
Yeah, so like he's definitely he's matured a lot as a basketball player. Which I think is like you sent him a text. Like, what did he send you?
no. He said with his hair, he's probably 6'10". I was like, I hate you.
No, but no, yeah, like he has size. You know, he's become he's a more mature basketball player now. He makes better decisions. Obviously, you know, he had that 1 year in Lithuania to play in like whatever league that was, and then last year playing for the Australian basketball team, the Bayhawks. Getting him some like
you mean the one he
professional exposure.
owns now?
Does he own them or does he say he was going to buy them?
No, he owns them.
He owns them. He's like, yeah, it's my team.
He bought them.
I hope he knows what he's getting into. That's an expensive venture.
He was the modern day Jackie Moon, owner, player, coach.
Jackie Moon.
I love that
From
movie.
Flint, Michigan.
Semi-pro, the Flint Tropics. I want that jersey so bad.
I saw that movie for the first time during Corona.
Love Me Sexy, man.
Baby, do you want to love me sexy?
I have that on my phone.
Take off your shoes and love me
sexy.
All right, y'all. Y'all get it down.
I want to do a little thing with you. Now. I want to do a little thing with you.
Hey.
That was the number one record, if you didn't know. That was the number one record.
Oh, that was a bop.
But yeah, so like LaMelo, I'm not too high on LaMelo in regards to like coming to my team. If they draft him, I'm going to deal with it. I mean, they were talking about I think there's a foreign player. I think there was a foreign player that they were looking at, like from France. I can't remember.
So you just don't want him on the Pistons, is what you're saying?
It sucks. I mean, like if I'm looking at my team from the ground up, obviously we do need a guard.
Let me see who we need.
It would be great to get. It would be great to get Lonzo. He actually might be the best guard in the class, which is sad to say. He might be the best guard in the class. Cause like it's not a deep draft if we're looking at it realistically. It's not a very deep draft. We're not going to sit here and be like this, like from top to bottom. It's just like first round is going to be filled.
I mean, we never got to see anybody play really like this year.
This is also true. This is also true. So we didn't
J. Cole
get
might be in there.
We didn't get that. We didn't get that postseason March Madness field to actually get to look at players and see like who's going to be the standout guy this year.
Dude, I'm excited for the that kid out of Ipsy. I forget his name. Went to He's going to Michigan State.
Imani Bates.
Imani Bates.
Dude.
Yo, he's next level.
I saw him play at a game. I was like, all right, someone sign him, please.
Dude, he is clean.
I'm just saying he committed now, but by the time he becomes a senior, was he a junior now?
Yeah, he's gonna be a junior.
Yeah, by the time he fucking gets to like a senior in high school, they might just be done with that whole one and done rule to like go to college or whatever, or he might just opt out and like go overseas like everyone else.
The thing is, I heard that G League players are signing people right out of college now, so they could do a year in the G League, and that counts as their year out.
Oh no, yeah, they're taking kids right out of high school nowadays. You had two kids just opt out of going to college and like decide to go G League, like straight up.
Yeah.
Plus Detroit just bought Phoenix's
G League squad.
G League team, so they're coming to Detroit.
Yeah, and they're gonna call them.
Didn't we already have one like the Grand Rapids Drive? Or they're gonna have both.
Yeah, they're gonna have both. Hopefully.
Oh shit! Well, fuck. All right. Well, fuck it.
That's not the right thing. They should have brought back the Shock.
The Detroit Shock would have been super dope. The Detroit Shock would have been super dope. But it is what it is. No one likes women's basketball apparently.
We did talk about that on one episode about the
Yeah,
WNBA. I was like, we got them championships, Dallas.
Yes, you do. Yes.
Those are not yours.
Before they became the Dallas team, like all those championships were won in Detroit. So yeah.
It's crazy that the WNBA still gets no respect, man. It's
zero. It blows my mind. They're professional athletes.
Dude,
pay them.
What's her name? Sabrina? Oh my. Oh,
Ionesco? She's cold. She's cold.
I didn't even know. No, they put her stats on ESPN. I was like, oh, they're playing? I didn't even know they were playing. They weren't even publicly.
The WNBA season only lasts like 5 months out the year. People don't realize that. It's really short. Like it's literally just a summer month. Like you don't even know it's there. You'll catch games here every now and then.
It's set up so that way it doesn't interfere with the NBA months, man. It's ridiculous.
Even if it did, like they don't even play at the same arenas. Like most of those professional teams play at like colleges.
Yeah, for sure. It doesn't matter, dude.
Like the Mystics play at George Washington College or something like that.
Yeah.
Or George Washington University.
Yeah, they play at GW.
Like I can only think of like maybe like only 5 teams in all the WNBA actually playing like arenas. Like the Mystics, the DC team don't even play at the DC arena. How crazy is that? I know the Sparks, they play at the Staples Center.
Yeah, they do.
The Storm play at the old arena for the Supersonics.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think the Lynx have their own. The Lynx have their own arena, of course, or they play at the same arena as the Timberwolves.
Mm-hmm.
I have a question. I don't mean to get away from the WNBA, but is the new Seattle team going to play at the arena?
You talking about the Seattle hockey team?
Yeah, the new Seattle hockey team going to play in the arena.
They might share it. I don't see why not.
I mean, there are plenty of.
There's a lot of arenas up there, though.
There's plenty of organizations that do dual like hockey and basketball. I mean, LCA for Christ's sake, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, the LCA. I mean, they do it here in Philly at the Wells Fargo Center.
LA, that Staples Center, bro. The people who work there are like.
They must be tired. At least you will be. At least you have a job basically all year though.
Especially that one game. That one day they had like a LA
game. Madison Square Garden.
Yeah, they had an LA game. They had an LA game at like 3 p.m. and then later on in the day they had another LA game. So the Clippers played one day and then the Lakers played late. I was like,
they just changed the logo.
As a guy that works and like I've seen that turnaround, dude, it's crazy. So like we had back-to-back home games this past season. So we played our game. As soon as the game got over on Sunday night, like the process started. So they for our concert on Friday, and then it was Luke Bryan on Friday, and that following Sunday we had another game. Right. And so like it's like 12-hour shifts of like 75 people because they have to take everything off the field, and then they like put it's like a big cloth down, and then they saran wrap the field, and then they do like 3 inches of saran wrap. It's crazy how they do it, man. It looks like just foil like this thick, crazy. And then they like bring in all of like the forklifts with, puzzle pieces, 5x5 squares of the stage of like the floor of the concert. So it takes them a week to put all of this up and get ready for the concert. And then once the concert's over on Saturday night,
they just tear all that shit down.
They tear it down, and you can't even tell there was a concert there by 6 a.m. Because the equipment people start bringing stuff over from Allen Park at like 5 a.m.
Oh God, no! I would hate to have that job.
And then the cameras come out at like 11 on Fox 2. You don't even know that there was a concert there.
Exactly, dude. Like the turnaround, the operational staff that like these facilities have it's unbeatable, man. Like I couldn't even imagine doing like Staples Center, Barclays Center, Madison Square.
Especially from hockey to basketball, that's probably the worst.
Because like they melt. I don't even think they melt the ice for us. It's like they do something with the.
They put boards underneath it, man.
Yeah, boards.
So like
they just lift it up. Like they just swap out. They just swap it out. From what I understand.
Well, with these, I mean, I worked in Toledo, and we just literally put, thick pieces, like inch pieces of boards on the ice, so that way you could walk on it. But with these big ones, I think they have just some like. It's like a lever, and just the floor will just come out, like just right over the ice.
It's kind of lit. It's kind of lit.
I don't know if that's true, but I think that if that is true, that'd be kind of badass.
That's elite for sure. That's elite.
Like I know at LCA, when I was trying to get a job there, they showed me like how all the LED light works, man. Mm-hmm. It's like flip of one switch, it's all pistons. Take that switch down, take another switch up. All Red Wings. It's crazy, man.
Oh, cool. I like LCA. Though. I need to go back for a game whenever that's possible.
I have never been to a game, but there was like a bar attached to it called the Socialist or something like that.
Social. Yeah, Social. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
The Social, and we went there for I think it was a Wings game, but like the party bus package we had didn't let us go actually in LCA, but. It was fine with me because there's plenty of TVs and I really don't care about hockey. And they were doing $3 Crown and Cokes all night.
No, you were just tore up from the flow up.
He was like, yeah.
See, I'm starting to take your approach more now. I don't drink as many beers when I go out. I do a lot of mixed drinks.
That's my old approach, man.
What?
Dude, whatever the liquor is, I just drink it on ice.
That's what it is now. It's just kind of like I'll just get the liquor. I might mix it. I might not. It's just kind of like just put it on ice, put it in the cup. I'll drink it.
Oh, dude, quarantine's been bad for my bourbon addiction.
Quarantine's been bad.
I see you out here.
Have you been buying any expensive bourbon, sir?
I'm gonna make sure the wife's asleep here.
You can't hear these words.
I got a couple pretty penny bottles.
Pretty penny bottles. He's over here like this. We got the budget. Yeah, I'm budgeting for this bourbon.
Exactly. Like I started off.
I got another episode of Pinky's Out. I gotta get this.
Like I started quarantine with 1 bottle of bourbon, and now we're up to 21.
Jesus Christ, Wolf. It's just bourbon in the house? You don't have any other drinks? No whiskey, no vodkas, no nothing?
Oh, no, that's just the bourbon. Just the bourbon.
He just posted 2 bottles 4 hours ago.
I didn't see it. Like, was it
I'm looking
on
at Instagram right now. I'm looking at Instagram right now.
Let me check your IG out, man. Like,
yeah,
I was like, dang.
Pinky's Out _. I'm bartender Wolf.
Yeah.
Pinky's Out _
Yeah, we're classy. We're not fancy.
He'd be out here
look
like,
this up.
I'd be like, yeah, that's bottle 21.
Yeah, dude. So I just like go on, make some fun drinks, make a fool out of myself, and call it a day.
It's a lot of liquor. Get some Tito's.
Oh, Tito's is my go-to when it comes to vodka, man.
Yeah. I'm not a drinker, so I'm just looking at the bottles.
Oh, I know, dude. You haven't had anything.
No, I actually, this weekend, we went to Detroit Beer Company, and I had a sour. I had one of their sours.
Oh, you had the worst beer possible.
I know. But it tasted good, though.
I love sours.
I didn't taste any, like beer. You know how beer tastes, right? It's like, I didn't taste any of that. I just tasted sour.
Bryce, I'm literally following you, bro.
Bryce is like, word?
Yeah,
I don't know why I can't see. Like I'm looking at it right now, and it's just like, you just do stories. There's nothing like, there's no pictures. That's probably why.
Dude, there's pictures.
There's pictures.
Like it says I'm following you.
There's pictures. I'm looking right at it. Yeah, his pinky's up and everything.
I see 0 photos on my feed.
I got you, Bryce. I got you.
I feel like you just sent me. Yeah, I see this now. Epic showdown of some bourbon legends right here. Is that Maker's Mark? I heard Maker's Mark was a very delicious bourbon.
Oh, dude. Like, Maker's is just one of those that, like, you can't go wrong with, man. Like, in that 46 bottle is just one little step up. Oh, my God. It's so good.
Yeah, I heard Maker's Mark was a very delicious bottle of bourbon. If you're into that.
Dude, so many good bourbons out there. And the problem is, like, everyone has them. And I just want to try them all.
Like Pokemon, you have to Ash Ketchum.
Yeah, they catch them all.
For sure, dude. So, like, this past weekend was, like, my bachelor party weekend. And we went down to New Albany, Indiana, which is.
How was that?
So only reason we picked it is because, like, it was on like 4 acres, no neighbors, and it was 10 minutes outside Louisville, downtown Louisville.
Oh, so you can just like skirt whatever.
Dude, so like we were
you
like.
ain't getting no Uber out there though. No Uber.
Oh no. But like the house we were at had like this fully stocked liquor cabinet, and the guy was like, "Hey, I'm selling the house after this weekend, so."
Go crazy.
It. And dude, there was like 4 or 5 bottles of full tequila, killed them. Couple bottles of bourbon, killed them. He had like 4 or 5. He had like 4 or 5 giant Bluetooth speakers. So we were just putting them out in the yard playing cornhole. But we went out to this bar in Louisville, you know, mask on, everything, of course. And I started talking, you know, I'm drunk at this point.
I was assuming.
And I started talking bourbon with this bartender. And she's like, I don't know if she thought I was flirting or if I was just giddy because it was about the bourbon, but this woman gave me like 5 or 6, maybe 7, like little taste test of bourbon that she should not have been letting me taste, because I know for a fact these bourbons are like, I mean, like they were anywhere between like $70 and like $400 bottles of bourbon.
Jesus Christ.
Goodness gracious.
And I was just like, just sipping on them, happy as a clam.
Couldn't do it.
It's good stuff, man. It's all about the bourbon now. And wine. I love wine.
I see. Look, I can't get into the wine, bro. I can't do it.
Dude. So like, I found out that like I might possibly like a nice glass of red wine with a cigar more than a cigar and like whiskey. It's crazy, I know.
It's like the
All right,
flavors
all
just
right,
kind of
Ed.
mesh there.
All right,
yeah,
Ed.
the flavor
Flavors
there
kind of
is
mesh,
just
right?
meshes. Oh, it's beautiful.
It's
And
beautiful,
now,
but
and now I'm getting into white wines because the summertime. Sheesh.
he's like here like this. Let me tell you,
Cha.
cha.
Let me tell you about this wine.
Let me tell you now. But I just want to touch on it since you work in the sports industry, Wolf. Especially like you guys working for the Lions and things like that. We had talked about it a little bit earlier, but like, what does this really entail for you guys? I know, like, I see you post about things about like trying to sell seats for people, or like trying to get the cutouts for people to be at the games and things like that. But like, what does this entail for you guys as a whole? Like, I'm just curious.
Yeah, so I mean, like I said before, it's just crazy that we're in this time period, but so a lot of it is really the sales aspect is kind of like taking a giant time out. We have 55,000 to 65,000 season ticket holders that we have to take care of, and they want answers and whatnot. So I mean, a lot of it's coming into a service aspect. And that's just like your B2C, so just your business to consumer aspect. You're just talking to Joe Schmo, like if I was Chris's ticket rep, how he has one for the Pistons. That's pretty much servicing like people like Chris. No offense, but small time accountants, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But now on the whole aspect of like your business to business transactions, it's ridiculous because you have these. Especially if like suite agreements, you have these legally binding contracts that both parties came into agreement with, and it's just like, all right, well, you technically
You can't be at the game. Yeah.
yeah, you can't be at the game, but also you signed this, so is it just a simple, hey, let's get our lawyers together, we reword the contract, we push it next year, and a lot of people, they understand that this is no one could plan this, so a lot of people, it's just okay, fix the paperwork, push it to next year, call it a day. But in that aspect with me, like my main job is new business development. So I'm reaching out to companies and like, hey, I don't even want to sell you right now. Like, don't even worry about this season. How you feel about next season? That's what I'm worried about.
I mean, yeah, that's definitely one thing. Like, yeah, I mean, I think that would be like the only approach you could take at this at this time.
It pretty much is. So like a lot of like 2020, man, kind of got crumpled up and just thrown out the window here because we still don't even know what's going on. Because the state and the city guidelines are changing every day, every minute, and it doesn't really help that we have so many Canadian fans that we have to pay attention to an international border and what's going on in Canada.
Oh yeah, they can't even get over here.
Yeah, so I mean the border's still closed for like another 3 weeks, and our first home game technically is like 5.5 weeks. So like, it's, dude, I would hate to be high up in the sports industry right now because it would just be. And then another thing is like you can't come out and say something too soon because then you look like an idiot if you have to come and retract it. I.e., the Philadelphia Eagles, like a week and a half ago, they're like, no fans at all. We're done with it. And then like 4 days ago, they're like, okay, maybe we'll sprinkle in a couple in there.
I mean, because like they're trying to do it like they've done like, I mean, they haven't done it for like baseball yet. But I know like
no fans.
Yeah, baseball.
Huh? Yeah, baseball. I'm talking about like they haven't done it for baseball yet, but I'm talking about like in South Korea, like where the numbers are really low for like people testing positive and things like that. They've allowed the people to start come back into these facilities and have fans. You saw Australia was like, we're gonna go fucking nuts. We have no cases. We have reported 0 cases.
Australia went nuts with rugby and Australian football. They went. Everybody was.
But yet they still are below whatever America's experiencing every day.
True, because they did the right thing.
Yeah.
That was like, okay, we'll calm down. We'll put a mask on.
Oh, we'll put a mask on and stay inside. Okay. We can drink beer inside.
America was like, man, it's spring break time. We're going out.
I have my rights.
I got my rights. Make America great again. Okay, moving on.
You got your right to shut the fuck up.
Right. I'm like, sit down.
Yeah, dude. Working in the sports industry. And it's even crazy because, like, I left Toledo minor league sports 8 months ago. So I've been with the Lions for like 9 months. 5 of it has been working from my house.
Isn't it great?
I mean, like, working from home is cool, but like, do you feel somewhat cheated out of this?
I hate it.
Yeah, I was about to ask you that.
I hate it. It's terrible. So like, I mean, sure, I can do a majority of my job, and like, 4 months ago, I was selling. I was the number one salesperson. I was bringing in the most money. It was great. I could do it because we were selling the idea of hope and things are gonna get better. And now it's like my hands are tied. You don't know what's going on. But like, yeah.
I know what you mean, man. I know what you mean.
But now in Toledo, like the Mud Hens, all minor league baseball got straight up canceled.
Yeah.
This
probably a blessing in disguise. Hey,
dude,
you got that job. You got the Lions job.
For sure, but it's like
you could have been down in Toledo.
But at the same time, it's like minor league hockey skins. Like original start date was for August 24th or something, and now they just came out with in a newsletter said, okay, we're pushing this back until like December, like another 2.5 months, and it's just like. So like Toledo, they had a sales staff of like 25, like including service and directors and all that. And now I think they've kept on like 7 people, man. Like it's crazy. And there's so many organizations like that. Like I've seen people on LinkedIn, dude, like people that have 10, 15 years experience say, yeah, I got let go today because of COVID. And it's just like, it's just wild, man. It's wild.
That is blowing me right now. I can't even imagine. Really, this is like I can't imagine having a job for so long. Like I mean, like even work like doing what I do for the children's hospital. Like obviously, like from what you're telling me right now, like no one is safe.
No one.
Like no one is safe, but just from like what you're telling me right now, like since you're on the subject of New Zealand, 2 new confirmed cases in the country of New Zealand today for coronavirus. Just 2.
Wow.
Just 2. But yeah, just from the state that you're telling me, like I mean, even though we don't have like a super major role, we're not considered essential workers. We do work from home and things like that. Without us, like there is no hospital.
For sure.
If you can't, like you got to schedule the appointments like for people to come in and things like that. And if you can't just have the departments do it by themselves, then they just be too overrun.
Yeah.
Obviously,
sure.
of course. So like we've had to take precautions to make sure people like can keep their jobs essentially within our department. Thank God for our director, always fighting for us and making sure that we are, in tip-top shape and that we are a priority. So like they've cut our lunches. So we used to have like a 45-minute lunch. It's now only like 30 minutes. They're allowing people to be furloughed voluntarily, which is essentially like you not working for 90 days, but without pay. So you wouldn't get paid for these 90 days that you're not working.
And people are volunteering for that?
No one is volunteering for this. They just gave you the option.
Oh, okay, for sure.
They said that. I was like this, volunteer for what? I'm not volunteering to not have a job for 3 months. Like I have bills to pay.
No kidding, bro.
Especially in this economy.
And I was like, like a voluntary furlough for like 90 days, at least they get everything situated again. People could go down to part-time to help the organization save money because like it's a hospital, it's non-profit. So like we get most of our money from like donations and grants and things like that. So yeah, it's just like you can go down to part-time, just help us save money, but like there's no guarantee that if you go down to part-time, you'll be a full-time worker again after that.
Exactly. That's like I'm not going to say any names of teams or anything, but I know people in the sports industry that in January they really like hire their new incoming sales staff and their like inside sales program. So these people got brought in like March, April, May time period, and now it's like, yeah, we got to let you go because it's just like there's nothing for you to do here. So it's like, I mean, I know a couple connections that I made out of Eastern, and I helped get them a job, in other industries, and it's just like, shit. Sorry, I did that for you. You moved 400 miles away from your house, and you're with your mom and dad. You had this job for 3 months, and now you're SOL.
Yeah, it's shitty for sure.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's just there's so many. The sports is just ridiculous, man.
It's shitty for sure. It's like it's shitty for sure all over the country because like not just like hospitals, but like restaurants have had to cut staff and things like that. They're definitely dialed back on a lot of things. It's kind of like, of course, you keep your chefs. You don't have to have all your servers there, so all those people are still unemployed for the most part. So yeah, but it has been a crazy time.
Dude, I was just trying to think back. We were talking, just drunk talk at the bachelor party, and I was like, hey, what big thing messed up 2020 first? Was it like the potential World War III, or was it the Australian fires?
No, it was Tyson Fury ruining Black History Month in Vegas.
I was
Knocked him
for sure
out.
gonna I was for sure gonna go with Murder Hornets, but that was just me.
No. Murder Hornets was after. I thought Murder
Dude,
Hornets was
those
after.
are way. And then you got to think about it. Kobe's been gone 6 months now.
I think it was Kobe.
No,
Kobe started it all because Kobe died in January.
No. World War III started it.
It was World War III.
Right after Christmas, it was World War III.
Yeah, World War III.
World War III, Kobe, and then the Australian fires? Because the Australian fires, like, tied up, and then Kobe had said, I got you.
Yeah,
I got
basically.
you, bro.
Like,
I got you. Give me
Kobe
the
was like this. We're good.
And then
Don't worry, hold my beer.
And then COVID came around, and then the Hornets with the Tims and the Glocks came around.
Yep, we had the dead ass
Hornets.
The dead ass Hornets.
I don't know, man. And then there was a stock market crash somewhere in there, whatever.
I wouldn't say the stock market crash. It was just kind of like,
I can get a few stocks in Spirit Airlines.
Buy a few stocks in American right now. It's mad cheap, bro.
I bought so much stock.
Dude, you gotta pay attention to that Rocket Mortgage. They're getting ready to go public with that IPO.
Are they really?
I seen that.
Mm-hmm. Getting ready to go public with that IPO.
Gilbert just I think they approved of his plan for the jails and stuff for the new U of M site downtown.
It's supposed to begin trading tomorrow.
Oh Lord! I'm about to be out there 8:00 in the morning. Okay. As soon as I ring that bell.
How much is it? Buy. Sell.
You better have a couple of day trades on your
account. Welcome to the Only Amigos on the OWN network. I'm playing.
Only Amigos on the OWN network. I bought it.
I bought the OWN network from Oprah.
Oh, they raised the price to $18.
Oh, we in here.
Oh, we in that. Because FOMO's gonna kick in real quick on that, boys.
Oh yeah.
You guys have to forgive me. I don't keep track of things like this as much.
Shoot.
Well, I got big in when I knew I was leaving Toledo, so I'd spend all day, trading stocks and not paying attention about my job.
Makes sense.
Damn.
Definitely makes sense. I would do that too.
Oh yeah, we just did not care at all.
I mean, I bought a few stocks in a few different places, but they're not even like super crazy or super huge.
Everything's up though, so we're good.
Everything's up right now. Amazon, I think, almost hit Amazon's going for a high this week.
Man, Amazon is a different beast. They're at $3,200 a stock. That is
that's nothing. Have you heard of Alibaba?
Oh yeah,
Alibaba was high.
Oh, they're hot. They're high.
Oh,
Alibaba was high.
Stupid. I was reading a stat like Amazon's best day is it's like 36 million or something, like for their big Prime Day or something like that. It's like 36 million. Alibaba's is like 360 million or some shit like that, dude.
It's just
Alibaba's a whole nother thing, bro. If I remember correctly.
Oh, it's the Chinese Amazon.
Yeah, Chinese, man. The Chinese have been taken over, but have y'all seen the Netflix show? I think it's like History 101 or something like that. They tell us all about China's history and how they're going to dominate. And I'm like, that is happening right now. And I was crying as I was watching it. I was like, that's what's going to happen. We're going to be speaking Mandarin. So get ready.
You should have known
ready.
That.
I mean, I wish I remembered some of my stuff from those classes I took in undergrad.
Oh yeah, you did take Chinese.
International business, bro.
Yeah, that's what I started off, and then I took 2.5 years of Mandarin courses.
I remember that.
And then I was getting ready to go to Tianjin for a year or 5. I didn't make up my mind yet.
And a year or 5?
Yeah, well, there was a program where it's just okay, if you spend 5 years and you help teach English, we'll pay you and stuff like that. But also I was I don't want to spend 5 years in China.
I mean,
So then, like, the city I was supposed to go to got
Get that Rona.
bombed. There was a big explosion and a bomb went off. And my mom was like, "Yeah, you ain't going." So
Makes
she was
sense.
like,
Thank you for protecting me, mother.
she was like, "Change your major now." And I'm like,
Change your major.
I remember those days, Wolf. You was in there doing your Chinese homework, and I was yelling at the screen at the Thursday night football game about the Lions. He was like, "Shut up! I'm trying to do my Chinese."
I'm trying to do my Chinese.
I was like, "Those were the days. Those were the days."
I don't miss them at all.
Me
I
neither.
don't.
Okay, that's okay. But
I don't miss. I mean, I miss college. I don't miss the classes though.
of course not, dude.
No.
But
Good
nah, yeah.
times.
So it's interesting to, but yeah, it's interesting to hear that, man. I just wanted like a little insider knowledge on like how you guys are in the situation from like a back end standpoint. It's nice to see what like what teams and organizations are do on the front end. Like we're making sure we can do possibly everything we can to have the season go on as owners and things like that, player safety, blah blah blah, such and so forth. But
Oh, dude, it's just gonna it's gonna be a whole new normal in the sports industry. And what's crazy is like there's so many like private privy information and like meetings that go on with like NFL execs, that that I'm not privy to, but like I know there's some stuff you're supposed to keep close to the chest, and like I know for a fact like when Green Bay released there's gonna be no preseason, that wasn't supposed to be public. Um, I think Cincinnati and the Browns talked about mandatory mask. That wasn't supposed to be public. Um, the whole like there was like the rumor about like the first 7 to 10 rows are going to be blocked off for the distancing. That's still not. I mean, that still hasn't been confirmed or denied, but that wasn't supposed to be made public at all. So like that was just an idea, that was
yeah,
floating out there. So there's just so many people just leaking information that the NFL's like,
Like
what the hell?
You might as well watch it on TV if you can't sit in the front row.
Well, yeah.
I mean that sucks. That's like what else were you expecting to do anyway?
Well, then it's also like there's multiple teams that like they've been like the Lions are one of them. We've been like following the NFL's like, hey, don't share this information yet, and everyone's like, you guys are so far behind. Well, not really. We're kind of on par with. We're kind of exactly where we're supposed to be if we listen to the big shield upstairs.
Yeah.
So it's crazy, man. The fans, season ticket holders can be the absolute worst. I'll just go ahead and say that.
I mean,
we can.
I'm giving you money. I want some answers on what I'm doing with my money.
Well, it's not that, dude. There's just if you're gonna be a season ticket, like don't get me wrong, I love majority of my clients. Love season ticket holders. I think it's an awesome thing to do that you want to come out and support your team.
Hey, what's gonna talk about me? Go ahead.
No, but when you're Joe Schmo who spends $800 with me, I appreciate your money. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But don't call me at 3 a.m.
Right.
Don't send me call, texts, and emails anywhere between 2 and 3 a.m. I don't care what your work life schedule is. Don't do it.
Gotcha.
Yeah, don't do that.
No, most people don't, but there's those individuals that'll be like, leave you voicemails at like 2 a.m. Like I had one yesterday. Some dude called me at like 3 a.m. and like, Jenna's like, what in the actual hell is that?
What did he want though? At 3 a.m.
I don't know. I wasn't gonna answer. Click.
So I want to call my rep until it's like 10 o'clock in the morning, or if it's after 6, I'm not calling nobody.
Thank you.
I mean, that's respectable,
I'm respectful of her time. Unless she's at the game, then I'll be like, hey, you got any front row seats?
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm one of those fans.
Oh, I'm sure you are, Kris.
Hey, man, I got Bryce coming in. He wants to have a good time.
We need floor. We need floor seats.
We need floor seats for my boy Ed and my boy Bryce.
Dude,
and me.
Dude, I remember when I was going through the interview process with them, and they were telling me how much those seats cost.
They're a doozy, bro.
Like front row seats to I think it was wings was like 11,000. And
front row?
No, front row, like on the glass. It's like 11,000 per seat, and they're only sold instead of 4s.
Mm-hmm.
And it's something like you have to do
Isn't that the Players Club? Like downstairs?
No, you have to do like a 10-year contract.
What?
10 years?
Fam. And they're not even winning. What? Come on. At least give me like 2,000. I'll probably.
Nah, dude.
Something
Those
right,
are
bro.
like 11 grand per seat, and you got to do that stuff. Now, maybe it's 4 years. Maybe it's a 4-year contract, but there's a contract involved. It was like, it's really funny. It's like,
Never bring my wife and kids. Never.
it was like before LeBron left Cleveland. I had a buddy who worked over there. They're like all their floor seats, season ticket holders. They're like renew, because they knew what was going on, and so they renewed him for an extra 2 years. And these people are like, the fuck.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, are you talking about the second time he left or the first? The second time,
Yes,
right?
the second.
Second time, okay. Yeah, I would have got them.
Yeah. The second time,
5 more
yeah.
years?
5 more
At
years,
least sign
like
the
a cheaper price though. Yeah, you can go ahead and sign me up for that.
I remember when he left, them ticket prices went down.
Bro, they went down.
They were like $5. I was like, want to go to Cleveland? Yeah.
You're talking about how like what is it? Wings games and Pistons games. You walk up to the door sometimes $4.
They don't even give you a price. They'd be like, go on in. That was back at the Palace. Rest in peace.
Like I used to be for like used to have to be for like Sixer games from like from what I hear to people.
I used to park right like next to the handicap section at the Palace. That's how unfull that place was.
I mean, it's kind of like like Sixer games back out here. Like it used to be like this. Yeah, but you can get like lower level seats for $30.
Oh yeah, for sure. Where was this for?
We out here.
The Sixers.
Sixers.
Wells Fargo, yeah.
Oh, I remember when
We can buy like the super cheap ones and just make our way down because like no one really cares.
Oh yeah, it's like when LeBron left the first time, man. I remember my uncle went to a game, and like $5 ticket for like mid-level. He said he ended up like in the first 25 rows, and no one even batted an eye.
I mean, Chuck, like, would you? I'm getting that thing like this. Look, bro, it is what it is, man. We out here now.
But no lie. This is what happened at a game. All right, I think we were playing. I believe it was the Utah Jazz. We were sitting in like the upper row. Ben Wallace comes behind us. They was like, "Hey, y'all want to go up front?" I was like, and then the people behind us screamed like, "Yeah, we want to go up front." And I was like, "No, he was talking to me. He was talking to me." And they got to go up front. They got to go up front. I was like, "He was talking to me." Oh, we could have got to go up front. Man, I'm telling y'all.
Starstruck at the wrong moment, Kris.
And then I had to call my sales rep. I was like, "Can I get some tickets up front?"
So my first game working with the Lions this year was the Giants. So I was working like the tunnel club, and I'm working in that big tunnel where the players come out, and like I bump into Saquon.
Hey,
are his squads as big as everyone says they are?
Bigger.
Are they huge?
Oh wow.
Bigger.
That's so crazy.
Golden Tate was down there.
Yeah, Tate.
I forgot he went to the Giants.
Prater was down there, and Prater might be like the tiniest human I've ever seen in my life.
Buffed up Prater?
Buff, shoot.
No, Prater ain't buff.
He's probably like.
I mean like the glasses buffed up Prater.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, dude. Prater is
buff.
Dude, he's like 5'6" maybe.
He's not tall.
He's not a tall human. He's a tiny human. And then the best time was one of the last games of the season. I was working the tunnel club again, and JPP is in the tunnel, right?
Yeah.
You know, him and his like 7 fingers, and he just looks at me. He just looks at me and goes, "You in the suit?" I'm like, he's like, "So yeah." He
was like, "You in the suit?"
He goes, "You going down?" And I was like, "The f-" And
like he's like a wrestling match.
And so, like, my boss hears it. He goes, "I've been working in the NFL for 10 years. Never seen any shit like that. What'd you do to him?"
So, Edward, you better square up. Don't be afraid of him.
I just wanted to be like, "Hey, man, 2 high fives. 2 high fives."
You know the play. Let's go.
But then you also realize he's like 6'7", 295 pounds of like pure muscle.
Asking no questions, bro. Asking 0 questions.
Yeah, we ain't gonna do that today.
I made a good life decision that day.
At this moment, Edward made the right choice.
I didn't realize
mess up.
I didn't realize that Matt Prater had been in the league this long.
How long?
like
10
14 years.
years. Oh, longer than 10 years.
Yeah,
Yeah,
drafted like
He
he
was
didn't
with
get drafted.
Denver. He was with Denver for a while.
7 years.
That's a while.
He had a couple stints. He played for the Dolphins twice in the same year, which is funny to me. Atlanta. First team he ever played for was the Detroit Lions.
What's his name? Hansen was the main guy there.
Oh, I've met him. He's a super nice dude. Super nice dude.
Yeah, first team he ever played for was the Detroit Lions. He came here undrafted in 2000. He came there undrafted in 2006.
Oh wow.
Damn.
That's when I started watching football. 2006.
That bounced around a little bit. Played for the Dolphins. Played for the Falcons. Was in Denver for a while. Came to Detroit. Got a pair of busts second time around. It's all good.
Yeah.
2-time Pro Bowler.
NFL record for the longest field goal.
64 yards.
64 yards.
He actually came out. I didn't realize that his field goal percentage was so high.
Oh,
that's why Detroit got him, because we knew that we needed a field goal.
83%.
Every game we're gonna need a field goal.
83% though.
Dude, look up Justin Tucker's field goal percentage.
I forgot about Tucker. Tucker be hitting those ridiculous shots. I'd be like,
Justin Tuck.
how the ball
Justin
get over
Tucker.
there?
Look up his field goal percentage.
For the
Ravens. Dude for the Ravens.
Yeah,
It's
for
in
the
the
Ravens. Yeah.
It's in like in the 90s.
He looks like such a bro.
How much did he get paid? I want to be a kicker.
This is like 90%. Yeah, this is kind of ridiculously high right now.
Dude, he also sings opera.
Does he really?
This guy does it all.
Just talented.
Oh yeah, dude. He's awesome.
Four-time Pro Bowler, by the way.
Yeah.
First team All-Pro. 3-time Pro Bowl.
Yeah, because it's him and who's the kicker from St. Louis?
Yeah, he's really good too.
Yeah, he's a good kicker.
He made the All-Decade team.
From St. Louis or Justin
Nah,
Tucker?
Justin Tucker.
Yeah, dude. Because like I think his PAT percentage is like 95, 97%.
His PAT is probably like
He just doesn't miss.
Him kicking field goals in total 90. It's kind of crazy. It's kind of sick.
Yeah, it's insanity, man.
I've never seen anything like that before in my life.
Adam Vinatieri, probably.
Oh, yeah,
Vinatieri is also very good. I forgot Vinatieri is pretty good.
Le Goat, in the words of Pat McAfee.
I'm
Le
just saying.
Goat, the Italian stallion.
Did you guys hear what speaking of Matt Prater, you guys hear what he said? Like he could kick a 65er.
I believe it.
With accuracy though?
I need to see it.
Dude, there are kickers in practice, like I've seen it multiple times, that kick 70s in warm up.
Right. I need to see it in the game. I better see it. First game this year. Let me see who they play.
Yep, they play.
A home opener for Cleveland or for Detroit is Chicago.
Chicago? Okay. Okay, week
That should
2.
be a terrible game.
I said, okay, week 2 then.
That should be a terrible game.
We might win. You never know. We're going to go 17-0.
You said who?
We're going 17-0.
Who?
The Lions. What you mean? Says me.
When?
Every year. Edward knows this. I say this every year. I'll be like, all right, 16-1. Okay. All right, 15-2.
You need to stop.
All right, 14-3. Last year we had a chance. We were undefeated for like 5 weeks.
Look, last year I was sitting here told that the Eagles were about to go like 12 and like go 12-4, and they ended up being like 9-8,
9-7. Math's hard, buddy.
Math is really hard.
I wasn't very good at math.
We should have a show about that. Math is hard. I'm playing. What is 2 minus? I'll play. Go ahead.
2 plus 2. Nah. Yeah. I mean, last year I was over here like this. 10-6 at the worst because like I thought we had the potential, but it turned out that the Birds kind of, yeah, bro, we didn't care about football last year.
Are you mad?
I was very upset.
Hey, y'all won a Super Bowl the last 5 years. You can shut up.
It's not my fault that your teams are ass.
Well, you're from Cincinnati, and somehow you're hopping on the Philly train. So what's up
I've
with that?
been an Eagles fan my whole life. Don't play with me.
How?
Why not? I can choose any team I want. I like the Pistons. I'm not from Detroit.
But like, how did you choose Philly? Is what I want to know.
Well, when I was a
From
wee
Ohio.
pup, I played for a PB football team called the Eagles, and the first Super Bowl or the first football game I ever actually watched professionally was the Super Bowl where the Eagles played the Patriots in '04.
I'm sorry.
We lost.
I'm
We
sorry.
lost.
04?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was the 04-05 season.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, that's
Oh, so
when,
yeah, 2005. Yeah.
Dominic
McNabb, T.O.
with the broken leg.
Yep.
That
Donovan
was a
McNabb
good
thrown up
game.
on the sideline.
And then didn't that game down? Didn't Advent Terry win that game with the field goal?
I believe so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One
Tom
of many.
Brady. Yeah, like
What-
Tom Brady has like 3 field goals that won him a Super Bowl.
Basically.
And
But yeah.
one half-yard catch
That too.
that we would never go back to. We'll never
Which
talk
one
about
was
again.
that? Which one was that?
Seattle
Great
versus
Carter, that-
Patriots. I will never.
on
Every
the
time that
1
comes
yard
up on TV, I cry. I'm like, I turn it
line.
off.
On the
off.
1 yard line. All you have to do is run.
Or jump.
You literally had the best rusher or the best running back in the league that year.
I don't know if he was the best, but he's definitely the most physical.
Especially in a situation like that, you better give him the ball.
I'm feeding Marshawn, bro. Hold
Speaking
my
of
D.
speaking of the Seahawks, you see Russell's video he posted like today or yesterday
I did not.
What did he
about
do?
his alter ego.
What's his alter ego?
Ridiculous.
Oh, dude, it's insane. It's just... Also, do you see what he named his kid?
Win.
Win.
Yeah, his kid will forever be winning.
I think it was like his alter ego was like unlimited or something like that.
Yeah, Mr. Unlimited. I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah.
Look,
He's
freaking-
unlimited. I mean, like, is there anything that he can't do for real?
Why did I have the No Country for Old Men scene in here? Goodness gracious. I watched that movie for the first time during quarantine. That was a really
No
good
control,
movie.
man.
Yeah, that was I mean, I knew it was a good movie, but I didn't like watch it until quarantine. Like actually watch it.
Dude, I haven't seen that movie, and I never really got the dude was just walking around with an air compressor tank.
That man was creepy. I slept against my wall that night. I was like, he's coming in. He's coming to get me.
I saw someone said this is how donuts were really made, and he walked up with the air contained.
Oh my god. Hey,
He was like, "Are you okay, sir?" I was like, "Dang, he didn't even call his wife or nothing."
man, because the wife would do it.
Dang, he just dead on the side of the road. No, like
That's crazy.
the beginning scene when he was in the handcuffs and he just got out of them. I was like, "Fam, what is the use of handcuffs if he could just do that and kill the guy?"
That's crazy.
This is why they take your shoelaces. I'm playing. Go ahead.
You know, like every black person be like this. Damn, that's crazy.
That's crazy. It was No Country for Old Men and Menace to Society. I was like, whoa, hold up.
Oh, Mrs. Society was
Hold
real.
on. Are you saying don't be a menace and
No,
No,
not that one.
not Don't Be a Menace.
The original.
Menace to Society.
The good
Okay.
one. The good one.
what? I said, do we have
A
problem?
problem. I hate you, and I want to watch that though.
I'm not watching that movie, bro.
It's
Yo, you-
hilarious.
You want to talk about
It was like
Tampa?
boys in the hood and whatever the fuck else mixed like together as one. And I was just like, can't do that to two. Can't do that to
Bro,
these
They were
movies.
creative.
You want to talk about the
Fuck
worst movie ever made?
What?
It's called Rubber.
What's rubber?
It's the movie about a killer tire named Robert.
A
I
tire?
feel like that sounds really familiar. It's like the movie with the plant where he was like, "Feed me, Seymour."
Oh, you're talking about?
Is this on Netflix?
It was for the longest time.
Let me see rubber.
Little Shop of Horrors. Is that what you're talking about, Bryce?
Yeah, they like Little Shop of Horrors.
Yeah, Rubber, man. It's a movie about a killer tire.
Of course, it's a English language French independent film.
Trash.
No, that means it's gonna be good, but it's gonna be trash.
Oh, it was
Hey.
trash.
Like
Hey.
Undercover Brother.
Straight trash.
Excuse me, sir?
Undercover Brother was such a bad movie. It was so funny. That's how
It wasn't.
That's how
It
good
wasn't. It wasn't good.
It wasn't
What is it
good,
about?
but it was hilarious.
Maybe
It wasn't good.
maybe I haven't seen that movie in like 15 years, but I love that shit.
It wasn't
Man,
good.
it was fun.
I mean, Undercover Brother was a decent film, bro. I couldn't be mad at it. It was a decent
It was
film.
decent.
I thought it was great. You just said it was trash.
It was trash. It was so bad that it's good. You know what I mean? Like we can see that they were trying to do something funny. I'd be like, you can't take it seriously. You can't take the film seriously.
That's like, have you guys watched Master of Disguise in the past 10 years?
I have not, but like I remember how funny it was as a kid.
Am I not turtle enough for the Turtle Club?
Am I not turtle enough for the Turtle Club?
I am the Master of Disguise. I am the Master of Disguise. I am the Master of Disguise.
He's the master of disguise.
I'm
You're
done.
better than
He goes,
I-
who, what, when, and where?
I just like the whole movie was terrible. Yo.
This is what you're doing. This is what I want you to do.
I want you to do.
This is what you're doing. This is what I want you to do.
The whole movie was terrible, bro.
Jenna and I were talking about that the other day. I said, I'm going to do this to you. And she just looked at me and said, I'm going to kick you in the face if you do.
I wish you would.
There we go.
I wish
They're
you
married already.
would.
No, she would. That's the
They're married already.
She would 100% kick me in the face without a hesitation.
No, she should be standing up straight, and her foot just comes up to your face.
It's like that scene of Rush Hour. Which one of y'all kicked me?
Which one of y'all?
Oh
picked
yeah.
him?
He's over here like this.
Which one was that? 1, 2, or 3? I forgot.
That was two. That was two.
It
No,
was
that was one. That was one.
That was for sure two.
That was definitely the first one because they're in the
that
Chinese
was
restaurant.
one because they're in the restaurant. They were like, "All right, which one of y'all kicked me?" That was not fair. That was
'Cause they
that was
just
unnecessary.
they just ate camel's hump. Come at me.
I swear that was the second one. I could be. I mean, I could be wrong.
Nah, because he came in flashing his back. LAPD. Then he drops his
Oh
badge.
yeah. Oh okay. Yeah. Kata.
He's like, "Junta, where you at, Junta?"
Junta.
Oh, what was the second one? The second one was Ricky Tan. What was the third one?
Ricky Tan in Hong Kong. It was in Paris in the
That was in
triads.
Paris. Yeah, with the triads.
Oh, the
And
triad.
the bald head model chick. That
And
Carter was like,
and his brother.
yeah. And Carter was like, you ain't got no hair?
It was like that. It was like that scene from Fresh Prince. Stuck in a basement,
Just
sitting
in on a tricycle, girl, get it all my nerves. He was like,
Going
out
of my
my
mind,
thought she
outside.
was fine. Don't know.
Don't even know
body
if
is
body
hers.
is hers.
I hate you
I
all.
watched that too.
Bro, bro, so I don't know about you guys. I don't know what y'all been doing during quarantine. I haven't been doing anything.
You ain't been watching old sitcoms?
I mean, if they own TV. I just saw that Netflix was like, you know what, we just gonna black everything up this month. Go ahead, have fun, y'all.
Man, I've been watching Moesha. I hated Moesha growing up. I was like, oh, this is a good
Bruh.
show.
I've been seeing so many people talk trash about Moesha. It's like
I've-
this, like damn, bro.
I've been posting
She
so
was
much
trash.
trash.
Like Moesha was trash for real, dog. I really want to be serious about it.
She the whole like opening like song, I was like, she was so offbeat. I was like, turn this off. I can't watch it anymore.
You can watch Moesha? Moesha gang?
That was
You
some
know
good
what-
episodes though. I like
You know what Netflix needs to get? All of the original uncensored Chappelle show.
They'll Comedy Central will never let that go.
that would
Dude.
break the wars. They would win.
They would definitely win. Like Disney would have no answer. Because
If Disney brings that up, it's over.
Thank you.
Disney brings up the Dave
Disney-
Chappelle. They got
Disney
to bring a
brings-
whole new tier, an $8.99 tier for that.
Disney
Rated R.
couldn't bring that on. Disney couldn't bring that in because of the content, like what they represent. It'd just be like that's just bad taste.
Man, all the other stuff they brought up back in the day with the blackface, they could put that in.
Nah.
Shut.
Just watch the first episode of the Chappelle show.
Oh, I've seen the first episode. Oh boy, Disney might. Everybody might pull out of that.
Dude,
Disney
that
gonna be worth
shit.
$1.
Worth
True,
it.
Disney, worth it.
For the
But nah.
Chappelle. Dude, I'm just waiting for someone to get Martin on.
I thought
Right.
Martin was already
No,
service.
Martin and Fresh Prince.
Well, Fresh Prince is on HBO Max.
True, but it needs to be on Netflix.
No, Martin.
They
needs
can
to be
put
on
they can put Martin on
Netflix.
Hulu. They can put Martin on Hulu.
I'd be okay with
They
that.
have Living Single on Hulu.
Do they?
Yes,
Do they?
I've been watching Living Single all quarantine. As soon as it hit,
Oh,
I was
I might
like,
See,
season
I got
season 2.
I got in the Snowfall.
That's a show I was supposed to get into, but I didn't.
Is Family Matters on anything?
Family Matters
I
is. I think it's on.
It might be on Hulu.
I think I saw a few episodes on there.
Well, the thing is,
Smallville's on Hulu.
I love Smallville.
I saw that. I was like, some mercy. I was singing along like, One Tree Hill. I've been watching all them shows.
Oh, you know what's great? I've actually never really watched One Tree Hill.
Man,
All the white shows, Chris.
no, I watched One Tree Hill. I watched
Seventh Heaven. You watched Seventh Heaven too?
Bryce, Lindsay, and Edward Wolf. Yes, I watched all 11 seasons of Seventh Heaven. I had no cable.
Disgusting.
It was Monday night. Some of y'all was watching Monday Night Raw. I was watching Seventh Heaven.
Family Matters.
I was watching
on
Reba.
Hulu, by the way.
I was watching Reba, Chris. I had other priorities.
Reba's an underrated show.
I'll fuck with Reba. I'll tell
Reba's
you that right
hilarious. It is on Netflix. I'm gonna add it to my stuff. I mean Hulu.
So do you guys just get on here and just chop it up? No set schedule at all?
I mean, this week, it's been a very tumultuous week. It's like I was at a wedding last weekend, so I really didn't have no thought. Like we usually do the show on like Wednesday, so I was gonna come up with something on Monday. But okay. I got some bad news on Monday, so I was like, you know what, bro, my mind's all over the place. I don't really want to deal with this right now.
For sure. Well, good thing you brought me on for the random episode. I appreciate it.
No, really, you gave us great content because, like I said, I just like having that insider, going into like the NFL season, how like organizations are trying to handle things. At least the Detroit organization, because we talk about the city of Detroit a lot.
Okay.
Especially on this podcast and my podcast, KrisCross Corner.
Yes.
Yeah, what is that one about?
Oh yeah, I mean,
that's the one where it's just nonsense.
No. The Great Debaters is nonsense.
Yeah,
the KrisCross Corner is structured.
Oh,
Great Debaters, we just be roasting everybody.
Yeah.
What's the Chris's Corner about? Whatever you call it.
KrisCross Corner is like my weekly journal of what's going on in the world. I just be talking shit. I'd be like, man, forget them MAGA people. I'm playing. and then I go around and be like, I have like a what you do in Detroit section where I talk about stuff that's going around in Detroit with a comical view about it.
So this is another thing. I don't want to bring this up. Like it's come to my attention because it's been all over my Twitter feed all day.
What's going on?
I'm pretty sure you already know where I'm trying to go with this. I know that you have you used to be in contact with some Greek life folk at Eastern Michigan.
Okay, Bryce. I think I know what you're about to say. Go ahead.
Man,
how do you feel about the whole situation? This is just me going out. I don't support.
Are you talking about? Are you talking about the Eastern stuff?
Yes, he is.
Okay, I think I know. I mean, I deleted my other Twitter just because.
Man,
it was just everything that was on my page. I was like,
the thing is, man, is like, I mean, dudes have been knowing about. I mean, girl, obviously women have too, but like, we've been knowing about these dudes forever.
Years.
I mean, when we were in there, you know, like we called especially those those DTD guys, Delta Tau. I don't know whatever. We called them the Delta Tau douchebags, man. Like we made that up. Like we started the yik yak beef with them, but it was like, dude, these dudes been creepy. Like we known they were creeps, dude. Like okay, sure, you know, for your parties you want, you know, these high female numbers, you know, ratios, dude. But then we're talking 10 to 12 to 1 guys in a house party, so that way it's less sausage fest. Not a sausage fest, but like all girls, no guys, and then. These dudes just get them fucking plastered drunk, and then God knows what happens, you know? I mean,
mm-hmm.
Dude, everyone thought Kappa was the only fraternity doing this stuff.
Oh, no.
I mean, Kappa got kicked off because, you know, they were dropping little pills in ladies' drinks and whatnot, so obviously they deserve that. And, you know, they're still not back on campus. I mean, they haven't been on campus since Bryce, our freshman year.
What was it, 2012? 2013?
2013 going into 2014.
Yeah, I came in a year before you guys. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so your freshman year.
Yeah, so my freshman year, but that's also crazy. But like, and now there's like a lot of these coming about the black fraternities. I knew nothing about.
Like my thing with this is like with like in regards to like sexual assault, like just let everybody know here on the Only Amigos podcast, we don't approve of any sexual assault whatsoever. No. We always follow the path of the victim or the survivor of said incident until proven guilty or otherwise. Doesn't mean I won't give the person benefit of the doubt. I'm always going to take the other person's side first. I don't care who you are.
Right.
But we don't tolerate it.
In most cases, yes.
We don't tolerate it. We don't tolerate it. If you know someone who is an abuser, we need you to speak on it.
Speak up.
now
1-800 speak up. You
today.
snitch.
But like but like my whole thing, like from what I've understood and what I've learned and what I've looked at and researched, like reading stories from like people, it's just like that's like a part of like Greek life culture, and it's mind boggling to me. And I think the craziest thing is like it. I think the crazy thing is like when you have like these fraternities and these sororities and they mesh and they come together for like events and parties and things like that. I think it was even more mind boggling that you would have like girls that you consider your sister who
Yeah, your
would
fraternity sister.
who would find out about the information, but like not just deny it, but like denounce you as a person as well, which blows me.
What blows me away is, dude, we got guys getting busted right now with double-digit
Numbers, like
assault
it's
charges.
insane.
Double
Like
digits. I'm like, come on, guys.
there was a page, it got deleted off Twitter, but it was like Expose EMU or something like that.
I
And
remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
and it was nothing about but just dudes getting. I was just like,
Like
did we go
this
to?
man did this.
I
And
was
I
like,
was
did
like,
we go
man.
to the same college? Like,
It's like there are certain things that happen like in different corners of the college. Like if you remove yourself from these aspects, you will not know about them. Like I
for
had
sure.
no affiliation with Greek life whatsoever. I knew people in fraternities. I knew people in sororities. Did I hang out with them? No, I had no affiliation with things like that whatsoever. I knew it was a part of Greek culture. I didn't know how big it was until now.
Didn't even know it was like that. I mean, I can't tell you how many like parties I went to at like the ROTC house and all those guys, and every once in a while go into a Delt party because I had a couple guy friends that were in the Delts that wanted me to swing by because, as you guys remember, I was a bit of a party animal back in the day.
Look,
Go ahead.
we've been there together.
Putnam Hall. I remember. Go ahead.
Standing on couches together, Wolf. Standing on couches together.
My God. But it's just like, I mean, I don't know if you guys remember, but like our freshman year, Kris, there was a sexual assault in Putnam.
Yeah,
There was
I
actually
heard.
I do remember that.
2 in one weekend actually.
I do remember that.
One they found out that the girl was lying about it, but the other one, like
That was
like
legit.
I went to court over that one. Like,
Oh dang.
like it wasn't like me that did it, obviously, but it was like
As a witness or something like that.
yeah, like the girl.
Oh, because she checked somebody into the dorm.
Well, yeah. So that was.
Oh
that
yeah,
one,
you were
but
the guy. Yeah, you were the guy that checked people.
no,
in.
it wasn't because I was working night watch. It was just because
Oh.
like I was personally involved with her.
Oh okay.
Oh,
Oh okay.
Yeah, so it was
Okay.
just that was and dude, that was a whole situation where like that opened my eyes to like how much that can just dehumanize and just like tear someone down because it's such a traumatic experience,
Right. Or just
And
your affiliation with somebody could mess up your whole life.
dude, and like you guys know
Like,
me, like I am
man.
like the like happiest go lucky person ever.
Mhm.
And dude, I was fucked up for weeks, just like I don't have like mental illness or like depression or anxiety, but I was just like the most depressed person for like a couple months after that, 'cause I just didn't know, like I come from a farm town, where
yeah.
that wasn't like it was just blows my mind that you got some dudes with double digit cases and accusations against them, and it's like, dude, where was I? It just makes you feel like terrible for not noticing these things.
Yeah.
It definitely does. I mean, I think the worst part is like when you hear responses from like people who either know the victims or people who have been like who has been the victim, been affected, and like the lack of campus resources or the lack of care that the campus has put into it.
Dude, unreal. Eastern's, it's terrible right now, dude. Like I can't believe. And there was just another one that came out today. There's like a Washtenaw County sheriff.
Like he just got it. He just got that job this year.
Yeah, and he just got I think
Now he's
I think he got arrested.
not yet. He's been arraigned. He's been
Arraigned, yeah,
detained.
yeah.
He's been arraigned. He's now suspended from his job without pay. It's just like it's definitely going. It's definitely going up right now. And I was surprised. I think it was the case that came out last weekend. What's the name? What's the dude's name? Dustin Derriman or something like that.
Yeah, dude, I partied with that guy.
He looked familiar. I don't remember
Yeah, I
where
saw
I
that.
saw him from.
Dude,
He looked mad familiar.
I think I saw him
I've
in the student center one time.
I've partied
First
with that
time.
guy, and I was just like, what the?
I was like, wow.
Like I've known girls that like, I don't know if they didn't do anything with him, but like, random makeouts at parties and stuff. Like I've done that. Like I've seen that happen. It's like my close friends, and I'm just like, how the hell did I let that happen? You know, it's like Eastern like opened up a whole new eye. It's like they're terrible about it, and like the fact that, dude, some of these athletes that got away with this stuff is just stupid.
That's a whole nother story.
That's a completely different story. I've heard stories from people before, or like one particular person I knew personally, and I was like, she told me, and I was just like, this, where was I? Like, why didn't you tell me sooner? Like, what do you mean? Like, are you okay? Like, can I do anything for you? Like, it's just one of those things that you don't know what to do, especially when it's like someone that you know personally.
For sure. It's especially like if it's like your first encounter with this kind of, topic or the situation. You're just like you're just frozen. You're just like, okay, how do I help? And it's like by the time you ask for help, the damage is done.
You can't do
It's
anything about it. Like, it
you
probably happened weeks ago or months ago. Like, they just
maybe
kind of
years
repressed
ago.
it. Yeah, kind of just repressed it in their mind.
I mean, it's like, these girls now that we're talking, this dude was at Eastern in 2014. That was 6 years ago now, man. You know what I'm saying? It's just,
Like the one dude, the one sheriff that got addressed, he graduated 2 years ago.
see, still, but it's just like, how, and I mean, and on that one page, the exposed EMU or whatever, it was like, there was a dude that was like a Washtenaw Ann Arbor, like figure, like a public figure. And he had like on that page, he had like 5 or 6 people come out and speak against him.
There was
And
also one.
it's
There was also one guy. I mean, one guy that the people were talking about him, and they said that he was like hanging around. I mean, of course, he was hanging around the parties. He was hanging around like the high schools and stuff in Ann Arbor and
High
Ipsy.
schools?
Yeah, I'm
That's
like, this
creepy.
guy was sick, and he was like part of like leadership stuff at EMU. I'm like,
Jesus
man,
Christ.
you could have like never known he did that stuff just by looking at what he did at EMU. But
and that's what's
That was,
crazy. But I mean, that's kind of the issue. It's like you're it's like, oh no, I mean, it's the whole mentality. Oh, look what he's done. There's no way he could do this. And we definitely have to change, that type of culture. And like, I mean, half the time, victims don't come forward is because they know they're not going to be listened to.
it's true. And like, if anything, the way colleges handle this is definitely like proof of that.
For sure,
I know
for
this kid.
sure.
I know this kid from. I think when they had service study tennis.
I was looking at it, like, I really looked at,
I
like,
know.
the second kid didn't look very familiar, but the first one I
I
was
don't
like
know
this.
him.
From
I feel
Monroe,
like,
I think I know this kid.
Oh, I've
yeah, I was
partied
like,
with
that's
him.
what I said. Like, I sat and I looked at it for a while. I was like, this, I've seen him somewhere before. Like, I've seen him.
Man, look, working at study tables, you see that email come up. You know people's last names like clockwork. I'm like, I think I know this guy.
For sure, for sure. Especially if they're an athlete, you're like, oh no,
Yeah.
he's an idiot.
I'd be like,
Exactly.
B. Lindsay, he ain't gonna do no work. I'm like,
I didn't. I was on YouTube a lot.
Facts.
I was like,
We
Bryce, you gotta do
know.
that chemistry, bro.
Look at Kim.
But,
Kim.
but
Shoot.
also like on that same, it's like still like, I mean, men being the victim, dude. No one gives a shit about that.
Hell no, no. She could be the
I
victim
mean,
and be like this. Yep.
but it's like,
So
I mean,
you,
just look at Will Smith. His wife cheated on him, and people made a meme out of him because he got sad because he cried over it.
Man.
yeah, yeah, he did. I'm like this. You spent 30 plus years with this woman.
All August, we're cheating for my nigga Will. I'm playing. Go ahead.
You said what?
All August, we're cheating we're cheating on our wives and girlfriends for my nigga Will. That meme went crazy. I was like, we should cheat for my nigga Will.
Nah,
Move it
bro. I do something like that. This will be the last show.
I'd be like, Bryce, where you at, man? I'm at Broad Street.
Be in a river. I'd be in the river in the canister somewhere.
I'm at the Campbell Soup Factory in Camden, New Jersey.
I don't know how I got here. There's a loud machine going on outside.
He's gonna wake up in Newark.
The bottom of the Delaware.
Be like, how is your phone waterproof? I'm playing. Go ahead.
It's an 8. It's an 8 plus. It's
Oh,
water
it's an 8
resistant.
plus. 1 meter.
Resistant.
1 meter,
resistant.
Bryce. 1 meter.
Good enough.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, but it was
That's
like,
crazy. I knew stuff went on at Eastern, but now it's like
a lot
coming
of
out,
wild
really coming
stuff,
out.
bro. Wild stuff, bro. Like I've heard stories like this is the first I've ever seen anything like this large scale though.
Oh, for sure. I mean, that many accusations is just unreal, man. It's like I mean, what is it?
Harvey Weinstein level, bro.
like after you 3, you're a serial
Rapist. You're a
serial
serial
rapist
rapist.
or serial. I don't rapist is the
Attempted rapist. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean you're a serial assaulter.
Yeah.
You know, but it's just like what the hell, man?
Yeah, it's
What's it called?
definitely just
Premeditated. That's what it's called.
yeah. At that point, yeah, you're definitely like premeditating this. You're meeting people on purpose.
Yeah.
And you're setting them up.
Oh, for
I
sure.
was like, what's the name for that? It's premeditated. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's definitely, dude. It's just like, I mean, that's your sole intent is just to get them, wasted, and then, the act.
Like those
That's
Delta
what.
guys. I bet they played that song by Rick Ross or like Rocco. You ain't even know it over and over again before they had parties.
Mm-mm-mm.
Rick Ross lost his whole Reebok sponsorship because of that.
Cause what?
Yeah. What happened?
Rick Ross. You guys remember that song? Like you ain't even know it. He had came out with a lyric. It's like put Molly on their champagne. She ain't even know it.
Oh
Oh,
dang.
Took her back to the crib and I enjoyed that. She ain't even know it. Like one verse.
Man, Cardi B did the same thing. She ain't get canceled.
they
She
don't
didn't admit
care.
it in song though.
You're right.
Oh
She
yeah, she did
admitted
do it in
it.
the car. Yeah, she did in like an interview
No, she did it on her Instagram Live.
or a lot. Same. Hey, let's shoot.
She came out and
Especially
said
on
she
Instagram.
drugged. She
But
came
she's
out and said
not really sponsored by anybody. She just gets like
She
a
had
lot
the
of money.
Pepsi sponsor for the Super Bowl.
Oh, that's been she got that bag. She was done with
She
that.
got that. She been had that bag.
dude, she
Got that
came
bag.
out and said that she drugged men and stole from them.
Yes.
If we flip roles, cancel culture takes over ASAP.
Right.
More than likely.
No, Bryce, come
Hey,
on.
no. Bryce, think about it. They made a movie out of it called Hustlers.
I remember. I watched
And that
it.
boy sold out. I went to that movie twice.
Again,
They saw it twice.
Yeah.
Man, that's what I'm saying.
Once with my girl, she was like, "You just watched J-Lo, aren't you?" I was like,
Basically, yeah.
The sexiest
But not-
50-year-old out there.
"Shoot."
Out
I
there.
was like, "She."
Is she?
Right.
Put Molly on her champagne. She won't even know it.
That's crazy.
Nah, but yeah, it's definitely a tumultuous time, bro. Like I didn't think like this was actually going to happen. I didn't expect to see any of this actually. I was more so concerned with like how they were going to bring back sports to the university, what they're going to do with the athletes, things like that.
Dude, I
Guys,
feel as a guy that loves sports, and I feel like we all love sports, and my career is in sports. I feel like, personally, my take on is those got to take a back seat right now. Like we
Yeah.
got to just make sure, like
not to these organizations and leagues. Like the NBA already lost over $1 billion.
When I
And
when I
revenue.
what?
when
So
I when
what?
I tell you Americans like make America great again. If they lose their football, they're gonna go nuts.
Don't
Wait
give
till
a shit.
September. Wait till
I don't-
September.
Don't give a shit. And
Wait
this
till
is coming
September.
This is coming from a guy whose livelihood comes off football. But like I'm saying, at Eastern specifically, like
Oh yeah, Eastern. Okay, go ahead.
we got to take this time out, and like we gotta just they have to reorganize.
Why are you saying it so calm?
Because
We-
And
we want people to
Eastern in general, we just need to take a step back because we're
Like,
gonna
this-
lose. We're gonna lose
this-
regardless.
my lady's
this is-
trying
this
to
is-
sleep.
This
That's
is him
why.
trying to like that's the serious voice. You don't get loud when you say something. You get like when you're serious, you be like this. Look,
But you know what? Eastern's gonna lose again, so we might as well just not
I don't care
play.
about the sports, man. I just want to make sure all these females, the people are saying we're not going to go because Eastern, is unsafe. Well, no shit. Right now, it's complete. Like it's opening my eyes to how unsafe it is.
Oh yeah.
So like until we can I don't, if it's a situation where you pause Greek life since it seems to
man,
be
people been going crazy. From what I understand, though, like they don't have a full-time coordinator or advisor for Greek life at the university. So it's basically like they have like one part-time guy, and like all these universities are basically being like all these chapters and things are basically being ran by a guy like 18 to 22-year-old like presidents and shit like that.
Probably the same guy that's been doing all this stuff. But moving on.
But it's like, dude, we gotta fix this shit. We gotta make sure it stops. This can't keep, this can't keep going on. Obviously, like this is, I mean, dude, I met my future wife at this university. Like I thought, this university was great. Obviously every university has these situations, but it's like, dude, for the majority, Eastern was home, dude. I mean, I lived in Ipsy for 7 years,
Yeah.
and it's just like. I wanted my kids to go to Eastern, I was thinking about, but now it's just like, ooh, let's pump the brakes on this, man. Like,
You go
need
to
to
the
s-
better college down the road.
no
Hey,
kidding.
U of M, some stuff be happening in U of M. You'd
Bro,
be surprised.
Dude,
I'm like that's my biggest fear with like the bigger universities. Like
You think
you thought shit
EMU
was
is
swept.
bad?
You thought the shit was swept under the rug.
State, and U of M? Wayne State even? Come on.
Wayne State's like that.
Oh yeah,
Everywhere,
all them
bro.
parties down there. Come on. No,
Everywhere, bro.
Wayne State. That's actually the place where they have all like the different schools around the state come down there to go party. So you got State, U of M, Eastern,
Dude,
Oakland.
I'm gonna send them to Central or Western, just in the middle of a damn cornfield.
Oh Lord.
Look, I'm pretty sure they have their own fair share of. It's a college campus, Wolf. Like it's everywhere.
Yeah,
There are scumbags everywhere, dude.
Man, my first thing of like college, like scary stuff in college, when you got that email, when they were like, 2 people got beat up here on River Drive at McDonald's. I was like, dang, I'm staying in my dorm.
I was just over there.
Those emails were crazy. It's like for 4 years it was like black male, 18 to 26, 5'8" to 6'10", 110 to 214 pounds.
I saw the email. I was like, another one.
Dark clothes.
I was like, on me?
That's me.
Me?
Detroit shirt. Oh shit.
It was crazy.
Yeah,
Crazy.
college was fun, bro. It was a great time. I enjoyed looking at my emails. That's before we had the Gmail accounts. We were still rocking Zimbra.
Oh my God! Don't do that. I remember when we switched over to Gmail. I was like, thank God.
I was happy too. Bro. I was like, I have everything in one place. This is amazing.
I gotta get rid of that account.
What, your Emish account?
They be sending me stuff. Want to get your PhD? No.
Your
Corona
Emish account? Dude, mine expired like 2 years ago.
Did it?
Oh, expired?
Yeah, it pissed me off. I had everything registered under that account. Everything registered under that account.
Everything.
I still use my EMU account.
Everything because that was my student account for Amazon and YouTube Premium. I was like, Spotify. I was like, yeah, Apple Music.
That was when I had what the hell was that? NFL Sunday Ticket. You know, I had show I was a student ID. That was what it was.
Fam, I was in my urban planning class 101, and Thursday nights when Thursday night football was on CBS, I was in the back like, yeah, I'm paying attention. Watching the game on my iPad. I was like, yeah. The old guy behind me was like, what's the score, bro? I was like, 7-0.
I remember when
best class ever.
Before the NFL had that deal with Amazon, they did the Thursday night games on Twitter.
Yeah.
And
on Periscope or something like that.
And the Browns had a game on Thursday, and they didn't fucking show. I was pissed because I was working study tables. I was like, I'm just gonna watch the game on Twitter.
Welcome to Cleveland fanhood.
Like the game starts at this time. I can't leave here till this time. I might as well catch the start of it.
It was like your lives will not start because
it's crazy, man. It's like I love Cleveland sports and I work for Detroit sports. I'm just not meant to be happy.
Nah, bro, it's a wrap. It's a wrap for you. You made that. You made that.
It's a wrap. It's a wrap.
You were like this: happiness or like job? I choose job.
Yeah.
Okay, man. It's okay.
I don't know what's gonna happen once this is all over. If it's over, because ain't nobody taking this seriously.
Look, we're just at this point. We're just waiting for people to build up normal immunities to it.
Man, they told me at work on Monday. They was like, man, we want you at work Monday, Wednesday, Friday. If this thing comes up, I'm like, all right, people need to get sick again because I'm not coming into work no more. I'm tired of coming into work.
Tired of driving.
I went into work for the first time. I drove from here to Ann Arbor for it was 35 minutes. I came back home. I went dead to sleep. I was like, cancel the Great Debaters, cancel KrisCross Corner. I'm going to bed. I told everybody we're going live. I'm like, man, it's canceled.
Dude,
see you tomorrow.
I haven't worn usually I'm rocking like a suit to work. I haven't rocked a real pair of pants. I wore a pair of jeans the other day, but
just to feel fun.
Man,
I was like, damn. I was like, I feel restricted.
I feel restricted.
Speaking of restricted, I'll probably go ahead. We're not gonna do any sponsors today.
They Blue Chew.
Speaking of restricted. Yeah, I fit into my shirt still, but it's just weird wearing a tie. If I have to wear a tie, I'm like, how do you do that?
You guys had to get dressed up all the time. I'm over here like, yeah, business casual. If you guys really want to wear a t-shirt, you can wear a nicer t-shirt. And I was like, word.
Yeah, mine's business casual, but if you have a night meeting like I do most of the time, I have to wear a tie.
Yeah, like
I hate doing
you
that
said
shit.
you wear the fact that Wolf just said he wears a suit every day to work. I'm over here like this.
Right. If
Fuck
I had to wear a
that.
suit, I'd be like, fam.
Fuck
Well,
that,
it's
dude.
like you have nice pants and you bring a jacket just because you never know like what if a client's gonna come down or you get like a meeting that day. So, but like, yeah, I do have a desk drawer that's designated to like toothpaste, toothbrush, extra ties, and stuff like
Yep,
that.
I do. Yep.
I
I
did have a
knew
list.
that when you started growing up, when you started switching out your good stuff in your closet for like button-up shirts and ties, I'd be like, I'm moving up.
Yeah,
I'm looking like Mr. Rogers now. I need
that
some
was
sweaters.
I used to keep like a pair of like I used to keep like different pair of dress shoes at
Oh,
my
for
job,
sure.
like in a drawer. I'd be like this. All right, what am I wearing today? I
Man,
wore
I got
this.
running shoes in my drawer. You never
I
know what's gonna
I
pop off.
wore a blue outfit. I guess I gotta wear the brown shoes today.
Oh, for sure, for sure. But it's like, yeah, it's like I put on a tie. I was like, you know what? I haven't put on a tie in a while. So I was like, you know, you tie usually, you know, just it feels so good. And now it's like, oh my God, I'm choking. Like,
I
how
just
do I?
no, that's exactly how I felt. Like I just had to put on a I mean, I like tie a tie over the weekend, and I was like, this, bro, I don't even remember how to tie a tie right now. Like I haven't done it in so long.
It took me 10 minutes this morning. I was like, I'm gonna be late for work if I don't get this tie on.
It's like
So I just
before,
wrapped it around my neck and I left out
because
the
before
house.
it's like tie. It's like, you know, you're done. And now it's
I
just like,
didn't even like time as much, but it's like it was like more so at the time. It was kind of like we would have like certain things like people come in and see us, and it's kind of like, oh yeah, they send out a little message like everybody dressed nice today, blah blah blah, like look a little bit more presentable than usual. But yeah, you know, you would have more practice, like, oh yeah, do the tie, you know, you want double Windsor or single, you know.
Man, I put it in. The small part was longer than the big. I was like,
Nah, you trash for that. I did that too. Don't worry about it. I did that too.
good times. Good times.
well,
I did that too.
it sucks being a tall person because it's not like, you know, usually try to even it out, but now it's like
You have
for
to like,
tall folks, it's like
you gotta
one
like put the
side's
thing.
here, yeah,
I'm like,
and then it's like, and then it's
you gotta
like,
put
you
it in
know,
with your pinky.
Yeah,
and,
bro.
Slide
then
it.
and then it's like you don't get a lot of room on that backside, so it's like, you know, your tie clip's supposed to be mid chest, but it's like it's chilling up here by your top of your chest. It's just pinning it there.
I feel
It's
attacked.
like
I feel attacked by Edward.
I feel like you just came at
I
I
feel
feel like you just
attacked.
came at my life, man. Why are
You
you
came
coming
in
at
my
my
life,
life, man?
I feel attacked.
Dude, I'm the same way. I mean, dude, I'm 6'2". Come on, now you know I live that life.
Yeah.
I'm 6'1". I'm over here like this. I tied my tie the other day. I was like this. Damn, I feel like I fucked this up. This bitch is kind of long right now.
Right.
Well, yeah, it's like it's got to be long, but it can't be too long. It's like, oh, it's touching my belt. I gotta shorten this up.
Yeah.
That's what I was trying to do. I was like, bro, it's too long. It's like touching my belt right now. I don't like this. Or like at my waistline. I'm just like, it needs to be just a little bit higher than that. Then I was like, this, damn, now I gotta like, I'm over here like this. Like, I can't make it any shorter because I already like made it super short, but it's still this long. Like, now I got a double tie. Now I got a double Windsor. And I was like, I want a double Windsor. It's a lot.
Man, that's the worst. Especially if you're in a rush. Oh my God.
What?
You gotta look good.
Was trying to look good, huh?
Worst thing is driving in a suit. I will not drive in a suit.
Oh
Can't do it.
no.
So hot. So hot.
No, I get so uncomfortable, man.
Yeah,
I
you're
can't
like
drive in a
this.
suit jacket. Can't drive in a suit jacket.
It's hot. It's uncomfortable. It's very restricting.
I'll tell you what, the best suits I own, Michael Strahan's. Shout out Michael Strahan. His suits, big and tall. Bless.
Michael Strahan has a suit.
Oh, dude, he's got multiple suits. Before quarantine, I went in.
I see Chris taking these notes.
Before quarantine, I got like 2 suits. I think originally, I would have spent like $700. I came out spending like $255.
That's not bad.
My boy.
And I was just like one's this really nice like this blue suit, and then another
Yeah,
one's like
yeah,
this black and gray suit. It's dope.
Nah, I mean, there's a place in Cincinnati where like my mom was like this. Like, you need a suit. This is where everybody comes. Like, if you need anything tailored, this is where people go. And they had like a deal. It was like you get 3 suits for like $250. I was like, 3 for $250? What?
Give me 6. You know what I'm saying?
But no, it's
Sure.
like, I mean, but like what do you guys more partial to? Blue, black, or gray suits?
I'm more of a black guy. I mean, I am
Are
a
you?
black guy, but I'm more of a black suit guy. But I've slowly. I mean, I used to be a blue suit guy when I was younger. Then I became a black suit guy because I just look good in a black suit. And now I got back to the Blues with the brown shoes.
Dude, the Blues and the
Best.
Browns undefeated.
Undefeated look.
I would say this. I think that's my favorite.
With
my
the high
favorite
fade, oh, it's over. It's over.
But
It's
like,
over.
I'll tell you, if you get
with
like
the part
It's over.
yeah.
I got married 8 times in 1 week off that one look.
I will tell you though, if you get like a nice like really light gray charcoal suit, and you
That
get
is also that's a solid look right there.
Light gray
purple-
charcoal.
that
That's a
purple,
solid look.
that little purple underneath with a little vest, maybe like that's more like a
Uh-oh.
lavender,
Uh-oh.
I can't do the vest. Maybe not the vest. The vest is hot.
Maybe not the vest, but like just like you do like a black shirt or something like
wear
this with
that.
like a lavender tie or a lavender shirt, and a nice like, oh dude, Lee looking slick.
I
Yeah,
forgot
do
the
like a
last time I
lavender
wore
shirt
a
with a
vest.
gray tie.
Last time I wore a vest, I was at a wedding. It was a wedding I was at in New Year's.
Were you in
Like,
the wedding?
I was.
Okay, that makes sense.
So the tuxes came with vest, and I was like, we have to wear the vest.
Thank
It's gonna
you.
be hot in the vest.
Dude, I was in a wedding, that was last year now, and it was the middle of July, and they were like, they canceled the vest, and we were just like, thank God. And it's outside at Pine Knob,
Oh God.
and middle of summer, it's like July, so the dudes are all like on the right hand side passing back and forth like wipes to wipe half of our face, just because we're just drenched.
Just kiss already. Dang.
This also
I mean, like I was in a wedding. I was in a wedding last weekend. Like, thankfully, it was indoors. Like, we had moved it indoors because of the rain and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But we moved it indoors. I was over here like this, like, dog, you hot as shit out here. Like, I was like, yo, we gonna be hot as fuck tomorrow. Like, yeah, we will. But they moved it indoors. I was still hot. Lights is hot. Okay, if y'all ain't know lights.
That's such a black saying. Lights is hot. Turn them
No,
on.
tell me, dog, dude. I used to do musicals. Those lights are hot as shit.
Oh, there's another.
Oh no,
thing.
yeah, those stage lights be in like. Psh.
Hey, bro, where's my invite? Cause you gonna invite me to the wedding, bro? I ain't gonna get the E invite.
The way the mail works, you see, I put it in there, and the stamp must have fallen off. You got our phone number.
You can just say you ain't saying nothing, bro. You can just say you ain't saying nothing. That's cool.
Yeah, I didn't say shit.
You ain't saying Chris. The thing that just got me like, you ain't saying Chris. You ain't saying Chris.
I'd be like, I object. I'm like, I don't do that. I ain't gonna say that.
You would have 5 dudes over punching you in the face real quick.
Like, not even like just his friends. I'm talking about like her family. Like,
I'll be like,
dad,
police brutality. Okay, go ahead.
I know one of y'all is a cop.
Remember my name. All right, go ahead.
At that wedding, it was also the time where I met Alice Cooper.
Hey.
Like, you said Alice Cooper?
Met Alice Cooper.
That's kind of lit, bro. I'm not gonna.
Yeah, so he was playing Pine Knob that same week, and they were at DTE, which is right behind Pine Knob Mansion. And we all knew he was there because just what they told us. And
Yeah.
I get in the elevator, and this little tiny dude pops in.
It's
And
small.
I'm like,
is he small?
oh, he's tiny.
Yeah,
And,
I thought Cooper was at least
That's
like
that cocaine.
That's what I thought. And he's a tiny dude. And I was like, are you who I think you
I think you are. And he's like,
And he was like, yeah, I'm that guy.
School's
I
out.
was just like, I was like, all right, dude, awesome. I like your work. He was like, thanks. But I was like, yeah, I just fucking met
he's
Alice
like,
Cooper.
he definitely just waved you off. He was like this. Thank you. Now shoot.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's super funny. But that's kind of dope. But like, yeah, bro, these invites, that was something, bro. I mean, I would have planned to come back. I thought we were cool, bro.
I would have brought tissues and everything. I would have been crying and everything.
Crying my ass off.
For me, dog, what you mean? I'm gonna be crying.
Shoot.
Elwood was such a good boy.
Shoot, this last wedding I went to, bro, my man was like, as soon as he saw her come down the aisle, he was just straight tears. I was like, damn, bro.
I remember that. I was like, I want to feel like that on my wedding day.
Was he flowing tears or was he like Denzel Glory tear?
He was balling. He was like,
He was balling.
Dude, I have a feeling that I'm gonna be balling, just balling my eyes out. Because like, dude, it's crazy. Ever since Jen and I got engaged, like the past 16 months now, dude, anything that has to do with marriage in like a TV show, dude, I'm crying. I don't know what it is.
Oh my God.
It's like anything.
Even Friends? Because I know you like Friends.
I do love Friends.
You love that show.
Not a fan of Friends.
You're an idiot. Shut up, Bryce.
What was it? They're on a break. Then they got like, come on, guys. You know
They're
they're gonna
on
get married in the end.
Oh, they're on a break. But like, yeah,
A
dude.
break, sure.
Like any rom com, like, oh, dude, I'm just bawling my eyes out.
The only one I actually like recently, like it's like not even like recent years. The only one I really like was like 50 First Dates.
Love it. Love
Yeah.
it. Great movie.
Sandler and Barrymore, like their reprisal from Punch Drunk Love. Was that Punch Drunk Love for them? Or was it The Wedding Singer?
Wedding Singer.
That was a good movie.
They did another one a couple years back, actually.
Can't remember.
Can't remember that one. But dude, go-tos when it comes to chick flicks. Maid of Honor, Patrick
good movie.
Dempsey.
That was a very good movie.
Great movie. 27 Dresses, Katherine Heigl. Love it.
Also a
Edward's
pretty
over
good
here.
movie.
Edward's over here dropping fire. Like,
Also a pretty good
Obviously,
movie.
you got to come out with Princess Bride. That's
oh,
the
not
shit.
Princess Bride. I knew you're gonna drop Princess Bride. Every time I see Princess Bride on Watch Mojo, I'm like, Edward loves that movie for some
Loves
Do
reason.
you
it.
really?
Love Princess Bride.
Who
Dude.
He
else did I
almost,
know
he almost
that Princess
punched me
Bride? I
out
can't
for
remember.
for saying that I didn't watch it. He was like, "You know,
Dude.
you watch Princess Bride." I
Couple
was
years
like,
back, Jenna and I went as Wesley and Buttercup for Halloween, dog.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Jesus Christ.
I'll tell you the worst chick flick of all time / romance movie. The Notebook.
Yeah.
You hate it? You hate The Notebook?
It is the corniest movie I've ever seen. Cheesiest cliche. I watched it.
The ending was really sad though.
I watched it for the first time sophomore year of undergrad at Eastern with, I can't remember her name. But I predicted everything that was going to happen before it happened. She goes, "There's no way." I was like, "This movie is a
Watch it
cliche."
happen.
It's like the first time I saw Frozen. I know exactly who the bad guy was.
You called
called
the
it?
bad guy in Frozen?
Off rip.
Oh,
You called it?
Off rip.
I ain't gonna lie. I never
You
watched
can
Frozen.
ask Maggie.
I'm not gonna lie. I haven't watched Frozen.
Oh, Mags.
But I did watch
You
Toy
can
Story
ask-
3. Did you know that Lotso was the bad guy in Toy Story 3?
No, I didn't see that one coming at all. Toy Story 3, bro. That's chill. It's not Frozen.
Inspector
The-
Pete?
The
Or
teddy
Prospector
bear you
Dream?
talking about?
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
the
teddy
teddy
bear.
bear?
Yeah.
He seems sketchy.
He did seem sketchy at first. I was like, yeah, this gonna be like 2. This gonna be like 2.
I ain't
Oh, with the
trusting
gold
him.
miner?
Yeah. Sticky
Oh, dude, I
Pete?
forgot about that.
Sticky Pete was like, fam, you coming to Japan with us.
You're gonna be so.
And you're gonna lock
immortalized. You're gonna be immortalized forever. Stuck in your case. Not able to move. 24/7.
But yeah, those were some good movies back in the day.
Those were very good movies. But yeah, I called the villain off Frozen off rip. I was like, yo, he's the bad guy. It's okay. You don't have to. We don't have to watch the movie anymore. We can turn it up.
Dude, I was skeptical. I didn't call him at all. I was also like, I was against seeing the Frozen movie for the first one forever. I don't know why. I can't remember my reasoning.
That was
It
everywhere.
was
was
an animated
everywhere.
movie.
Literally
And it
everywhere. That's what
No,
was about a Disney princess. I don't know what other reason there would be.
I love Disney, dude. Like, dude, Disney's my shit. Like, I remember back when I
That's
had
something that
10.
we can say in our generation. It's kind of like we grew up with Disney films. It was kind of like, yo, I've seen every Disney movie.
It was like back when I had Tinder, before Jenna. It was like I'm pretty sure my Tinder bio was like, I'm probably somewhere watching Harry Potter or Disney movies.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes all the sense in the world. They were all on Netflix, so it's kind of like you had no choice but to watch them.
Yeah, but back then there were also so many of those like
Some good
there's so
shows
many
on Netflix.
there's so many streaming sites back then, dude, that you could get for free.
Oh,
It's like-
what? I like for Netflix was like $14 to sign up or something like that.
Wait.
Glow Gaze, do you remember that one?
Yeah,
I
and
remember
remember the site you showed me?
Nope.
So you can
Nope.
get the
I don't.
so you can get the free sports. I was
1, 2, 3
like,
movies, bro.
I don't.
You know the free
know.
sports? You mean Reddit? He showed you the Reddit stream?
no, not Reddit. It was another thing. He was like, "Just play this. You can watch every NFL football game." I was like, "Hey."
You could get it. You just got to go through a couple porno ads first.
No, you don't have to go through up on our ass. All right, go ahead.
He's like, you didn't have to do any of that.
I was for sure watching the Lions every Sunday
bro.
at study tables.
My buddy Fish would find it. He would find an illegal stream every week,
Man.
and we'd just be chilling, post it. We wasn't paying for that. Or it was like when the Pistons were playing, and we didn't have
Cable.
have the NFL package to like watch it. We would sit there. We would be like this. Yeah, he would be there like this. Yeah, I found a stream. Like, oh, word. So we just be watching it like this. It was so cool.
Good times.
So many viruses on your computer, man.
Yeah, that was my old Mac. That thing is messed up. Yeah, I don't know where Bryce went. He's frozen.
Oh, he frozen with a stupid ass look on his face.
He's like, yeah, that's my stream. Goodness gracious. But yeah, I remember we used to I watched Orange is the New Black the first season. And I remember
Didn't you watch that? Didn't you watch that in Putnam with the girls?
Yeah, I was about to say that. I used to watch that we binge watched it in the study rooms, like almost every night. Those first 2 seasons.
Those study rooms, they didn't see a lot of studying.
They did it. Not at all.
They saw a lot of other things. We'll leave it at that.
I'm gonna invite him back here.
Dude, that floor was wild.
I heard. I was like, what's going on?
Yeah, didn't you stay? You stayed like in Walton, didn't you?
I stayed in Walton. I had to come over because Walton was so boring. So I came over to Putnam every day.
Dude, the first floor of Put Nasty was where it was at.
That's what it's called, Put Nasty.
I don't know what happened. My shit froze up. Is yours freeze out too?
No, just your. No, but you got an ugly face that it froze on, so I'm really happy.
You guys. Oh, you're a dick. I love you too, Wolf.
And now
there's our Wolf.
Now you're just no cam.
No cam. But I for sure took a picture of your face. How did I get you out of here? Get out of here.
You think we want to see your big ass leg?
A big ass. I'll be chilling, bro. I'll be posted up.
I remember you on the Great Debaters. You were like doing some stretches.
Oh yeah,
put your legs open. I was like, man, close your legs, man.
I just got back in. I forgot what I was doing, bro. I just got back in from
You were doing some kind of
stretching. I had worked out that day. I had ran. I was tired.
Bro, I set up today. I found an old agility ladder in my trunk, and I was like,
"What are you doing with that?"
Dude, I must have had it from high school, dude. I don't know what's going on.
It had to be.
And I was like, all right, so I was like, all right, we're gonna do some agility stuff. So I do like, one leg, whatever. Somehow I remembered how to do the Iggy shuffle on the ladder. And I was like, oh
Jesus.
Dang. And then I did some sprints for the first time, and I don't know how long.
Man.
Because I run almost every day, but it is not a sprint.
I feel you on that one. That's a whole different mechanic.
And I was like, but since I did the agility ladder first, my knees were like, oh, we appreciate you. Thanks for warming us up.
I knew we was down here for a reason.
Yeah, but dude, I was sprinting. I was like, I am way more athletic and in better shape than I was in high school. But dude, why am I so tired right now?
Yeah, sprinting will take sprinting will take a lot out of you, bro. Trust me.
Oh yeah, I know. You were a kind of a sprinter in college.
A little bit,
just a little bit.
Hey, if you could still make that Olympic team, you'll win me $50. Just saying.
Who did you make this bet with?
I made a long-term bet with someone I can't remember, but I said Bryce is gonna make the U.S. Olympic team by the time he's 29.
Dude,
29.
I got
29. That's guaranteed $50.
I have about a year to train, get ready for the Olympics.
Dude,
I won't let you down.
You have 2 more Olympics to begin it. You got Japan and you got France. You got it.
I was like, dude, Bryce is gonna make it. Eastern just makes swimmers and runners. I was like, Bryce is gonna be that dude.
I don't know why you took that bet.
I got faith in my friends.
I appreciate that. If you would have told me this while we were in school, I'd definitely try harder.
I did.
You quit your job right now, and I'll come to Philly and help you train.
I told you a couple weeks before your final meet, and you're like, dog.
He was, I'm about to get the
Shoulda-
best time
shoulda-
today.
Should have
Also,
told me that.
I'm pretty sure like your last year you were injured the entire time.
I was. It was very bad. I still got third.
It was like Bryce was injured, dude, and I gave him so much shit for it. It was so funny.
My legs was buckling, hamstrings was all fucked up.
I don't care. I expect better results.
Damn. Like my
No.
body was failing me, but like you do better.
Told you to do better.
Mamba mentality. Let's go.
I was doing what Kobe did. I just ain't get the publicity for it.
About to put on that Rogaine, Bryce?
Nah, bro, I don't use Rogaine. If I go bald, I go bald, man. It's over. I don't have too much. I don't have too many quips about that. I was like, I think my uncle's bald. My granddad never really went bald. He just has a big bald spot in the back of his head. So I was like, I can be like him when I get older.
Speaking about bald, Manscaped is here for your bald. I'm playing. Go ahead.
Oh my god, great tranny, great transition.
Oh,
transition.
hey.
I can't
Great
say
transition.
that. Great transition. I can't say that other word. It's very mean of me.
Yeah, it's okay.
This is a great
But anyway,
transition to
Manscaped is here. Go ahead.
It's the 3.0 lawnmower, by the way.
Oh yeah, I got.
Really
Hold on. I got you. I'm playing.
Chris has it.
Actually,
he bought
I
it.
got it.
Chris bought
Dude,
it.
I got this buddy I work with. He's a young pup, like fresh out of college, and dude, he posts
So
the
cute.
stupidest videos, and he put on Snapchat his review of
the
lawn-
model. Oh my
lawnmower
god.
3.0. Dude, when I tell you I was in tears,
Oh my god.
it was beautiful. It was beautiful.
They tried to creep up, but I trimmed them down. Oh no, I trimmed them down. I forgot what episode I did that for. I think it was KrisCross Corner with me and Mark talking about the Pistons. It was hilarious.
Probably
Dude,
was.
It's so funny. They're just like perfect for your shaft, taint, and balls needs or whatever they're saying.
Your balls. Well,
It's-
thank you. I was like,
Exactly.
And I've heard nothing
Christmas-
but good things. I've heard nothing but good things about it.
Nothing but good things about it, dude.
it does. It works. It works in the shower too.
Chris goes, yeah, I lined my face up with it.
No, I don't
No,
do
God.
that. I did buy another. I did buy another one though. Another like clipper thing that they show on Instagram. That they show people like just shaving people's head bald. But that one, I got that one. It works.
Hey, Chris, is that still your childhood bedroom?
Yes, it is.
All right, cool.
Well, I was gonna say, Chris-
Until I move out, because I don't know if I'm staying in Michigan.
Where you going?
I don't
where
know.
would you go?
I don't know where I go. I mean, I'm an urban planner, so I can pretty much go anywhere. But
That's a nice place.
You
I
know,
don't
we
know.
did have the dude that was like a surgeon that ended up the secretary of the urban planning committee, so
shoot,
which makes zero sense to me. But we
it
won't
makes
go down
no
that
sense.
road. We
But
won't go.
Chris,
No lie.
move to New York so you can be close.
man, if I move to New York City, well, I won't be going nowhere because I'd be broke as hell. Because I am an expensive nigga.
He's got a certain lifestyle. To
I have a
upkeep.
certain lifestyle. I need everything in my apartment if I move to New
Dude.
York City.
Do you realize, Starbucks is more expensive out there? Chris goes to Starbucks like 6 times a day.
No, I don't go to Starbucks because Starbucks coffee is disgusting. I go to Tim Hortons, which New York doesn't have a lot of.
They're close to
Oh, yeah.
Canada.
Yeah. I have to go to Buffalo, New York to get some stuff from some Tim Hortons.
You can move to Buffalo. I heard Buffalo's okay.
Get some wings. Get some
no.
wings.
Stop. Buffalo.
Also, dude, you're gonna act like Detroit doesn't have the best coffee around,
Sure. They do. They have some.
dude.
No, but
Detroit.
what, Digby?
Nah, Detroit's got Madcap and Desert Oasis.
Mm-hmm.
I never had either one of those.
Or
Dude.
Detroit, what is it called? Great Lakes Coffee, too.
Yeah, Great Lakes coffee, but Madcap and Desert Oasis or Desert Oasis, I don't know, dude.
It's amazing.
I'll be drinking that
That was
like
just-
it's candy.
There was this one place on Woodward. I think it's called, I forgot what it's called. It's across the street from Little Caesars or down the street. They made this hot chocolate made with M&Ms.
Sounds
Wait, what?
terrible.
No, it tastes amazing. I was like, that's exactly what that's exactly how it looked like. I was like, but then they put the M&Ms in there, like ice drop. I was like, okay. And I chatted. I was like, this is amazing. It's like $5 though for like this
Nah,
big. I'm
cool.
like, nah, bro. Never again. But I tried it.
I mean, I'm not a big coffee guy, but they have some pretty decent coffee places in Philly.
Dude, Bryce, we've had this since you talked about Phil. You've had this conversation
Go
multiple
ahead,
times.
Edward. Go ahead. Tell him before I go off on him.
I wanna, dude. You're talking shit about my Philly cheesesteak spot.
Oh yeah, lefties.
Talking
Lefties
shit
is
about,
bomb, bro.
dude. Talking shit about lefties.
I'm about to have some tomorrow just to make you mad, right?
I don't care. Each what?
But like I'm saying, like, have you eaten at Lefties?
I've Lefties apparently opened after I left Ypsilanti.
No, no, they've been around.
They've been around for a minute, but they haven't been like huge in like the Detroit area.
Yeah, dude, they just got like 10 stores in
like
Texas, and then 10 stores out in California.
Mm-hmm. They just started popping up.
I think they have like 20 stores coming total in Michigan.
Edward, there's one now in Southwest Detroit. Next to the Mexican restaurant.
Mexican town. Yeah.
I was like, they taking over.
For
I
sure.
can get a taco and a cheesesteak.
I mean, look, if I'm ever out there anytime soon, bro, I will for sure try it.
But what I'm saying, dude, is like,
okay, go ahead.
I need to come out to you, and you need to show me the spot.
Edward, let me tell you, Bryce knows. I went to Philly. I went to every single cheesesteak place in one day. I was like, let me try that 6-inch.
All right, Bryce.
Try that 6-inch.
Give me your favorite spot in Philly for a
Go ahead.
cheesesteak.
My favorite spot, Kris. I was taking notes. I get. You know where they all are.
So I know yours. Go ahead.
And now, is it a chicken Philly or is it a normal Philly? That's the thing I got to know.
It's a normal.
Okay, normal Philly.
The chicken Philly's good, but I've had a Philly cheesesteak from a lot of different places. I think my favorite might be Joe's on South Street, or not Joe's, Jim's on South Street.
Is that spot that was in Creed?
Nah, that's Max's. That's up north.
Okay. Have you been there?
South Street, right? South Street, you said?
Jim's on South Street. Max's is in North Philadelphia, in the hood. I haven't been to Max's yet. I heard Max's was very delicious, though.
I heard the place
Bryce don't want to go to North Philly because they be shooting fireworks at each other.
They be shooting more than fireworks.
Oh, yeah, that too.
Shoot way more than fireworks in North Philly.
Hey, Ed,
it's a war zone up there.
did you see that video where they were like fighting with fireworks in North Philly? Like it was laser tag?
Were they also on like dirt bikes and four-wheelers?
Probably.
I don't think so.
Also, can you guys
That was Detroit.
Can you guys truly say that you've never shot Roman candles at your buddies before?
I can say I haven't.
I haven't.
Okay,
Hence,
maybe
hence,
You're by yourself here.
Yeah, it's this.
I remember when they used to do that all the time. I was like, yeah.
I'd say something, and Kris just goes. Mm-mm.
You got to think like
Calm it
there's
down.
a difference between the two of us. You guys take more uncalculated risk.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
We say dare, y'all take it seriously.
I would no, really though. I will never forget one time I was out at a party, and somebody was trying to get me to do a bush jump, and I was like, "What the fuck? like the fuck is a?" I was like, "What the hell is a bush jump?" He was like, "This. You jump into these bushes, right? And then that's it." And I was like,
No. And that's it. Like, no, there gotta be a prize or something.
I did
like,
that.
Everybody was doing it. My buddy Jeff did it. He came out scarred. I was like, "No, what are you doing?"
Everybody was doing it. No, you were the only one who was doing it. I'm like,
I was like this.
Hey, Derek, you.
No. I was like,
what's crazy is like we did shit like that. We jumped in a bush. Now you got people jumping off roofs into tables through doors. It's like, what?
That's
like,
good entertainment. I'm playing. ECW.
I mean, it's great entertainment, but it's like
Philadelphia. Go ahead.
It's like we drew the line. It's like you see dudes just straight up, running full speed through doors, like in their apartment or house, and you're just like,
what are y'all?
What are you doing?
You gotta pay for that. That's no security deposit. You ain't getting that back now.
Yeah, or it's like the whole jumping through tables or dolphin diving down steps. It's like
it's not safe, bro.
No, like I did stupid stuff. Like
I
Bryce can
did
attest
so many
to this.
Stuff.
Hey, that one afternoon or that one morning, technically in Tower.
You said morning at Tower. Oh God, that's be like 1 o'clock in the morning.
Dude, I was asleep in the corner. I was.
Oh, wait, hold up. Before you guys go, this is a disclaimer. The first time I went to Tower Inn was right before I graduated with my graduate degree. I'm sorry.
What?
How?
I'm sorry.
How?
That's what I said. I was like, how have I not been in here? This is a great place.
You were in school for like 6 years, though. What are you doing?
Yeah, from 2013 to 2019, I've never been in there until a week before I graduated.
I can't believe you. Did you at least like it?
I liked it. It was good.
Bryce and I were there underage, and we each had a backpack with us.
Okay, what else?
And
I don't. I think it was just you with the backpack.
Oh yeah, it was just me with the backpack, and it was full of jungle juice.
I remember
And cops were sitting next to us.
Oh, cops were there too?
Yeah.
What were their names? What were their badge numbers?
Whitey I just two.
I'm playing.
I just remember Ed looking at me like this. Shut up. You're going to get us caught.
That would be Ed. He'd be like, shut up. I'm just looking. I'm just breathing.
No, the best part is Bryce goes back to the dorm with me because we're
oh
so chill.
God.
And
that
it's
was
it's a full house in my dorm room in Buell. Everyone's watching
not Buell. Go ahead.
Once Upon a Time. And so Bryce is just out of his mind. And he's sitting on the floor, and then we hear this little rustling. Next thing you know, Bryce is digging through the refrigerator trying to get more jungle juice. And we catch him just like a little kid getting caught with a candy jar, but it's a gallon of jungle juice. He goes, I was thirsty.
That sounds like Bryce.
Was thirsty. Great. I don't even remember what happened after that. I remember what happened. I think I left. I think I made it back to my apartment. I don't remember.
No, you fell asleep on my floor, and then I had to wake you up, and then you walked home.
It was late. You let me walk home in the dark and stuff. Late as hell.
I thought Eastern was safe, remember?
EMU email, Bryce Lindsay has been knocked upside the head.
Bro, what?
At the hill next to the wreck.
Dead.
Dude, those parties.
I lived across campus.
Normal Street.
Not close.
Y'all remember Normal Street?
Dude, Normal was freshman year, dude. It went out.
Exactly. I'm just saying, do you remember it? Come on,
bro. Y'all wasn't there for Normal Street my freshman year. That was different.
Dude, no, I was there for Normal when Kappa was there. When the track house was on Normal.
Oh Lord,
that was also a wild time.
With the
Bryce told me about that.
With the trampoline floor.
Yeah, it never broke though.
It was just.
I remember my first party at Eastern, and it was at the track house, like the first or second house on Normal, and never really drank before, didn't know what was going on. Definitely, they have never seen so many black people before in my life.
Yeah, this is it. Go ahead.
And so I end up, and in the back left-hand corner, there was a perch, so you could stand on it, whatever. And I end up in the back corner with a bottle of champagne and this chick dancing with me, and this dude with dreads was in the middle, and he was rapping a little.
Beautiful.
No, not Ed. Not Ed.
Yeah.
Oh, we just lost him. Not Ed.
Story was getting good.
I know the story was getting good. I was like,
when I tell you, I don't know, when I tell you guys, they were still here, when I tell you guys, my freshman year of college, look, Normal Street was different. There was a party Thursday through Saturday every week.
I heard shit.
There was a party Thursday and Saturday every week, and then Congress Street wasn't any better. There were a couple of houses on Congress people would go to as well. And I was just like, yo, what are we doing? It was such a good time. Bro. I remember my freshman year, we was out for Halloween. Some chick flashed her titties. I was like, what?
Hey, what those are the days?
Good times, bro. And then like my junior year, my junior year things got weird. So
Yeah, that sure did.
like everything slowed down. Yeah, bro. It was fun, but it wasn't like as fun.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't really party in college, but undergrad was better than grad school for a
I
few
bet it
factors,
was.
but
We had friends in undergrad.
I had a lot of friends in undergrad. Grad school, I was like, somebody come and play. Somebody come and play.
Save me. Save me.
Help me. Help me. Nigga.
But
help me.
But this has been a very fun time.
Yeah, I think Ed wants to come back in.
Yeah, what?
I think Ed's gonna come back in. If not,
I don't know. See what he wants to do.
Yeah, we'll see what he wants to do. We'll wait a few more minutes. Man, it was a good episode today. I like this.
I mean, it was cool that we didn't.
I was tired, but then we just started talking. I was like, I'm up.
Nah, I mean that's the nice thing about having like people come on. It's just kind of like, oh snap, we can just ask them things and they can like talk about it. We don't have to do anything here.
Okay.
Things just like.
Yeah, he said he said thanks for having me. His computer's acting up. I'm gonna ask him to come on our other podcast, The Great Debaters. We might have to. We might have to do a tier list just to have everybody just to have everybody be exposed and go off on each other. We might have to do that. There's one on snacks. Oh boy. 55 snacks. We got to rank all of them. Oh boy, we put in Cheez-Its at delete. I'm playing. I got some right now. I got some Cheez-Its right now. I'm about to smash them in.
Cheez-Its, that's elite. That's God tier.
Elite.
That's elite. But yeah, so we're just gonna cap it off right here. This has been another random rendition of the Only Amigos podcast.
One of many to come. One of many to come.
Probably. We'll have more structured content next week.
Yeah.
But thank you guys so much for listening to us. We appreciate it. You can find us on Apple Music, Spotify. If you guys are really devoted fans, please click the link for the Patreon.
Yeah.
You can find all of our information as well at KrisCross Corner or KrisCross Studios on YouTube, where you can catch all the live episodes of not only our show, but also Great Debaters and KrisCross Corner. As always, we just want to say thank you guys so much for listening. Car Care's one for Flint. Little Miss Flint. Make sure to smash that donation button. They still need water. Say their names. R.P. Floyd. R.P. Ahmaud Arbery. R.P. Breonna Taylor. Killer's still free. Killer's still free.
Still free out there, y'all.
Black Lives Matter, and also long live Ida May. Long live Ida May. This has been the Only Amigos podcast. This is your host, Bryce Lindsay, signing out with my hostess with the mostest, Kris Canty.
All right. See y'all next week.
Yeah, next week.